And we are live here on YouTube. Welcome to the long-awaited special edition of the Hangman Outcast episode 10, the debate of the century. Yes, we have the man next to me, Mr. Jordan Little.
I'm over here. You're supposed to be, pointing over there, not over here. How am I? Wait, no, I'm not over there. What are you talking about?
Is it your left or is it my right or your right?
No, you're supposed to point like this. No, okay, use your right arm. There you go. See, I taught him a new trick.
I was pointing. Oh wait, no, it's fucking camera. Hello, Meadowland fans, 2004 backup.
It's like having to learn. It's a mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then the guy beneath me, making his debut on the Hangman Outcast, Romy 2184. Romy.
Folks,
yes.
Get the suit, get the roses, and get the preacher ready, because we're going to have a funeral. Someone's getting buried. Buy all the ointment you can purchase, because that asshole is getting burned.
And we were debating what should be the winner and loser, what the loser should do. And I do agree. However, I was going to say a hair versus hair match, but oh wait.
Oh.
It looks like I've already won that match.
That's okay. The curtains match the drapes.
What drapes?
The one that was in your mouth.
No, that was
This ain't my first rodeo, son.
That was a different guy. You had me confused with the other hippie.
The one who fell into the another room.
Exactly.
If anybody saw episode 40 of Rant and Rave.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen it, then they've been living under a rock.
Yeah. And then we have the man that's avoiding another debate. Yeah, because we were talking about this beforehand, before we went live. And I said, hey, we should do it right after that, especially make Romy feel better after the ass whooping he will receive in this episode. We have Mr. Happy Gilmore himself, David 3000.
This is a bad idea.
Hello.
Plus, with all his cockiness of already sealing my fate of who will win, I do want that sparky, like, smug look on his face to be now a sad defeated face. At least if I do lose, we can share that in common, and I can feel better about myself.
You have no idea what you get yourself into.
I feel better whenever I keep in touch with myself. That did not sound right.
The episode's going to be good. Just so to see, grab your popcorn. Oh yes, we're going to say hi to Jose as well. Hello, C.A. Cougar.
Oh, that guy who you call is C.A. Cougar. That guy. Oh, is it Mike?
Oh.
You're lucky you're my favorite Canadian. Or second. Moving on.
Speaking of Canadians,
at least he'll be number 2.
Speaking of number 2, hi Jordan.
How you doing? What the frick is? What, Jose? What did you just sent me?
As you were, Hangman.
We are missing another Canadian because he is doing the task that I do not want to give to anybody, and that's watching SmackDown.
Following last week's show. Wonderful.
Yeah, I will say, Andrew, you have bigger balls than I do because I cannot sit through the torture that is SmackDown.
What are they doing this week? Are the Viking Raiders playing shuffleboard?
I thought this was SmackDown, not Raw.
Yeah, I was
same,
gonna say.
same difference. They're both
Well, I
run
was
by
gonna
Bruce
say they
Dumbass.
had that inter-brand invitational to where they could watch any. They could come in, so the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits could go on SmackDown doing the Hokey Pokey dance contest, or they could do karaoke part 2.
Wait a minute. Will Jordan attempt another handstand tonight? No, not this time. Everybody else thinks it was funny, but Jerome, he didn't think it was funny. But okay, whatever.
I can honestly, I'll be honest, I couldn't do a handstand. I could probably do a cartwheel, but my days of that are long gone due to everything. But and plus, I'm dealing with very bad thighs right now, so I'm gonna try to say as much as I can on this episode.
That makes sense because you have bad breasts too.
Yeah, I have. I'm pretty much sore everywhere. Like besides hanging. Damn it!
I told you, gotta quit smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and then the Dr. Pepper went down the wrong pipe.
Mm-hmm.
But besides hanging all this shit up that I've been doing the last 24 hours and not going to bed till 8, but also just everything else like. No, I said 8. Or did I say 9? I can't remember.
Oh my God!
I just went to sleep when, like, by the time it was fully daylight outside. But now back to the task at hand. We are here. As some of you who have followed my channel for a long period of time know that I find Hereditary and Midsommar, both directed by Ari Aster, some of the best pieces of cinema and horror cinema in the last 10 plus years.
What?
I went on. I've been friends with a lot of these guys for a little bit, and I noticed on Romy's post on Facebook about the 10 or what was it, 50?
The 30 worst films.
30 worst films of the decade. And so an idea is something, because not only do I like to debate with people about like best movies, because hell, my girlfriend, her favorite Star Wars film is Episode 2. So you can understand my.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can understand. And she is a Star Wars fan, get like that, but she loves Yoda, so that's like her favorite scene with Yoda fighting Count Dooku.
But liking Yoda and being a Star Wars fan doesn't justify the film as good.
Yeah, so there is a difference in opinions, like in this one where she loves that movie, but and I want to know why. She's never given me a direct, concrete answer, because at least I always like when someone loves a film I hate or hates a film I love. I want to know their take to see if it makes sense. Yes, C.A. Cougar, yes.
You mean like someone wants to try and make an opinion by saying that because they are a loyal WWE fan that they can't stand it when someone bashes 2K20?
Mm. At least
beautiful, wonderful. What else?
At least with what's going on tonight, and my girl and I, we can discuss our debates whether the other's right or wrong.
Mike just said Hangman Charlie reminds me of Broken Matt Hardy.
Wonderful. It's actually not the worst though. Well, actually, it's the last compliment I got recently was I look like Matt Bomer from American Horror Story Hotel. Just if I cut my hair short, I'm not doing.
Yeah, well, the only
any of you who've seen White Collar, that's another show he was on, or Magic Mike movies.
Well, the only thing to compare you to is a mental patient from a psychiatric ward.
Which makes sense due to my love of horror movies. I got my Terrifier poster over there. And, of course, you can't really see it, but American Psycho behind me.
That's because you are the American Psycho.
Every time I wake up, one of the first things I see is Patrick Bateman screaming face. Which ain't probably the worst thing you wake up to. But, excuse me. So, Romy, of course, was put those in that ranking. So I decided, because I wanted to do something special for episode 10. So what can I do to get such buzz and talk? Well, the debate of the century, of course, to explain both sides of why one loves and why one hates the movies, and to see, of course, who has the better argument. Now, I've heard from multiple people that they have told me that I should be doing this, but like my father, my mother, and even my daughter, I am a stubborn son of a bitch. So
what else is new?
I always say that, okay, I either win or die trying.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be
also
someone's gonna be dying.
I will say this before we go into this on more serious note. I will say I did. My mother she's been in rehab facility for her hip. She will be either she'll be out by Monday or she'll be taken to a more advanced rehab facility for another month. So I'll find out more on Monday, and I'll probably update on the next episode of Hangman now, because I just want to get that out there, because I try to do that to everybody. Some people ask, okay, how's she doing? How's she doing? And I just wanted to bring that up. So, with that being said, I will let, since he is my guest and I am the host, I will let Romy start off the debate. Now, are we going to discuss both movies at the same time, or are we going to discuss both movies individually?
Whatever leads to your downfall.
Well, we'll do them individually. So we'll start with Hereditary. We'll give the floor to Romy to start off his explanation.
But before you begin, me and David, we will have our mics muted and we will watch the chaos. So, and after both reviews on both sides, I will judge and see who wins on this debate on both those movies. So, yeah. And while you guys do that, I'm going to be eating some wedding cake from my cousin's wedding today. So, yeah.
Wait. Surface level arguments? What the hell are you talking about? Here we go, Luke Nukem again with his bullshit. What do you mean? I don't give a shit about Rambora for life. I don't give a flying fuck about him. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an individual who made his debut with A24 Productions, my favorite company, especially when it comes to horror films, how much they suck ass. And that, of course, is Hereditary. Yes, they first started with The Witch, shoot me, and then nothing comes at night. Why? Because nothing happens in the movie, and the movie leads to nothing. Why don't you ask Trey Edward Schultz? He'd probably say the same thing. Pretentious douche. And then we had a ghost story where we have Charlie Brown walking around with a fucking sheet over his face, pretending to be spooky and scary for 90 to 95% of the movie. No joke, that is the movie. But no, if you say that movie's pretentious, that means you're pretentious. No joke, I had someone who said that to me. Think about that for a second. Fucking film twice, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have Ari Aster, or as I like to call him, Harry Asshole. And I'm going to get that with Midsommar and his influences as to why he made that movie. Hereditate, as I like to call it, focuses on a family of struggle. No joke. Harry Asshole said, literally, he said literally that people who watch this movie, the definition of this movie is a film about suffering. What a great idea, because I suffer badly for being bored as shit, lost some IQ cells due to stupidity, and the only character in this movie that had any redeeming sort of values when it comes to logic is the father. And I might add, this movie has some of the funniest sequences I think I've ever seen in my entire life, especially with the son. One of them when he's in the classroom. I will get to that in a little bit. So yeah, basically, this is a film that focuses around Toni Collette being one of the most unlikable characters in recent memory, who gives off these over-the-top mannerisms to where it looks like someone's pulling a bowling pin out of her ass. Don't believe me? Go and look up Toni Collette Hereditary memes. I said it when it first came out, and I said it, and I was right all along. It was going to be meme material. It looks like she's getting the biggest butt orgasm by Lexington Steele. Now, and then you have the movie where sex is around demonics. You know, it's basically demons, you know, demons taking over this family and making them do stupid shit. That's pretty much the entire movie. Wait, these aren't arguments. Hey, look, did you see the movie? Please. And what do you mean by surface layer? What do you mean by that, Luke? Oh, I'm going to call his ass out. Just watch. I'm going to be dickhead Romy right now. I'll wait till he responds. So, yes, Toni Collette. Now, there are some times in the films where she acts really memorable, except when she's trying to be terrified. When she showcases her emotional breakdowns of what's going on with the family, you can see where she's coming from. But then later on in the film, she becomes a stupid idiot. Thank you, Chris Jericho. A stupid idiot to where she makes the stupidest over-the-top faces and puts her whole entire family at risk for her retardism. Okay? So Hereditary, I can give you a couple decent things about the movie. Number one, like I said about Toni Collette. Also, Stephen the father. He's the almost redeeming character in the movie. He's the one that he's the only character that has common sense and logic. And yes, film twats, I'm going to use that a lot, especially you hipster douche. I'm going to use logic because, I guess I'm watching movies wrong if I like logic in films. We know who you are, motherfucker. So, and then you have the film that it looks terrific. It's shot beautifully well. Great craftsmanship and capturing the look, including shots wearing transitions into the house. It's very sublime. And the music in the movie, I will give thumbs up. Not with Midsommar. We'll get to that in a little bit. Then you got Midsommar, where the music is very haunting. It's very sinister, surreal. It kind of puts you in the atmosphere. Here is hey, where's Luke Nukem? Yeah, he still hasn't replied yet. Gee, I wonder why. It's very haunting. Too bad the musical scores are completely wasted in scenes that are something I either laughed my ass off, or they find out to be cringeworthy, or not scary at all. People saying this is one of the scariest. Hey, Romy, you sound like Jordan. Really? No, it's the other way around.
Hold on. Jay Houston, don't you ever mix Romy with me.
But
look in the private chat, Romy. I gave something to you.
No, I'm good. And then, here's a question to ask you. What is so scary about this movie? All it is showcasing characters doing the stupidest shit. For example, I like to call her Heads Up, 7 Up Charlie Brown. The character Charlie, who is somewhat possessed by a demonic, scarce, right? And she goes to this party because her mother is being such a dumb shit to where she forces her to go, in which she doesn't want to, and it leads to her death. Why? Because she sees that she wants some cake where she's allergic to nuts. Why didn't she have her pen? If she had her pen, maybe everything would have been good, right? But no, according to Harry Assel, this is what he says. Anticipating the criticism of why Charlie carelessly ate a nut-filled chocolate cake slice, knowing she's allergic to nuts at the party scene, Ari Aster wrote the film in a way that one can interpret that Charlie is endangering herself because the demon Paimon is influencing her and trying to get her killed. Like I said before, the demon makes these characters do the stupidest shit. How can I sympathize with the family other than the father that does the dumbest shit? This is exactly what Harry Astle said to me. No pun intended. And then it says, despite this, the film still received criticism of why Annie didn't make Charlie bring an EpiPen with her on why Peter wasn't more careful with Charlie at the party. It's pretty son when the movie Peter Rabbit gets it right and Hereditary doesn't. Yeah. So, and then Ari Aster wrote detailed biographies and backstories for all the characters before even writing the screenplay. It's too bad you couldn't make them likable. And you're supposed to feel emotion and sympathize. How can I sympathize with these people who are not likable, who are hateful, and who just do the stupidest shit possible? And then you have the ending. The ending is what made this film so much worse than what it usually is. It is one of the absolute worst endings I've ever seen. If you don't know what happens, it is with the demon Pale Man. He takes over the young son's body. And this has all been planned from the very beginning. And he shows up in this treehouse with a bunch of heads being decapitated while they look like they're having a toga party from Animal House. And he wears his fucking Burger King crown that he looked like he got a Whopper and got that as a special bargain, right? And it makes this whole entire movie. This whole entire movie was a build-up to this one scene that looked like it will stage on a third or fourth grade play. So you have a movie that's well over... Romy, I have 2 words for you. Oh, please. You're wrong. Okay, and?
What ending is better? Hereditary, Ice Age 5.
Okay, as much as I hate Ice Age 5, Hereditary's ending makes Ice Age 5 ending look like Inception. Yeah, because that's how stupid it is. And then you got, oh yeah, remember how Harry Astle says he wants to make a movie that doesn't revolve around jump scares? Whoa, what a liar. Because this film relies on certain jump scares. Wait, that's okay, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Entitlement much? There's no such thing as a wrong opinion, dumb shit. A wrong opinion. Did you come from Film Twats, by the way, or Letterboxd? I don't know. And then, I'm fucking going there, motherfuckers. And then, what's wrong, Luke? Don't worry, I'll use lube next time. So then, I'm going there. And then, oh, here's another thing. The movie's predictable. I literally predicted what was going to happen to Tony Collette's character, what was going to happen to Wolf's character, and every other character therefore. And then you have some of the most funniest sequences I think I've ever seen, to where there was actually testaments where many theaters had multiple people laughing, especially when it comes to these particular sequences. One involves the son in Classroom, where he's getting possessed. And all of a sudden, at least I don't look like Big Show's lost cousin. Actually, Big Show's actually really good in shape. And you ever seen his wife? So yeah, he's a big, strong individual who's got a hot wife.
But you're not in a show. But you're not in a show called The Big Show Show.
I always got a Vader vibe from Romy.
Hey, I wonder who's off base more, you or the Big Show when he turns heel or face. And now,
I'll be right back, but I'll keep in touch of the video on my phone.
And then it shows this kid, reaching his arm up, and he looks like he's constipated. It looks like he's trying to shit out a fucking car engine, and he slams his face in the desk, and he jumps backwards, and he starts bawling. I had to pause the movie for like 5-10 minutes because I was laughing. And there comes a scene where the father gets set on fire because he wants to do the logic thing. And then Toni Collette makes an orgasmic looking face. I'm sorry. I don't get how people take this movie seriously. This movie was hilarious. It was almost as funny as The Bye-Bye Man when it comes to horror films. And Hereditary, what is weird, it was hilarious. I don't understand what people find this movie to be redeeming. I don't understand what this movie is so scary about, because other than the sequence where Heads Up, 7 Up, Charlie Brown was in the car trying to breathe, and it had the absolute tension, suspense, and the right music, and then her head gets flying off, which is, it was horrifying, but yet the son has to be an asshole and not tell his family about it. And then Toni Collette figures out on her own, and she becomes an insurreal bitch. So like I said, there's no characters I can relate to. There's no characters I feel sympathize for. And with that ending, it felt like I wasted my entire time. So if you want to see more in-depth details, please go over to LC Muscles 28 review, where him and I go over in-depth of time step by time step of every legit detail of why Hereditary is a mess. Sure, the first half may have some redeeming qualities, but the second half, when she wants to try to play, summon this demon and make all hell for everyone else, because the demon Hangman wants to make every character in the movie look like a bunch of assholes, dumbasses, minus the dad. There's nothing I can give to this movie. So go ahead. I need to get something to drink real quick. The floor is all yours, good sir.
Thank you, good sir. All right. So I have listened to everything. Yes, David.
Something?
Yes.
Don't forget to look to pokerconnections.com. There you go. I'm done.
All right. So with that being said, I don't know what insulted me. I want to join. We'll talk about that, Jose. We'll talk about that afterwards. I don't know what insulted me more. The comparison of Ice Age 5, the Bioman, which I agree. I will agree. Mega piece of shit. See, it's the only problem. Anything can happen live, folks. Loki. I understand Romy was awful in his response, but come on now. Come on. Sheesh. Yep. Okay. All right. So I understand he compared it to Ice Age and certain things, or well, I know some of you, and then the Bye-Bye Man, which again I agree was a masterpiece of shit. A24, I will address, is not flawless. I do agree that the Ghost Story was a boring film, and It Comes at Night, while I liked it, left a lot to be decided. The Witch, however, that was the first sign of A24 that showed me it was a masterpiece. But we'll get to the main topic ahead, which is Hereditary. Hereditary, which I've also compared to be a masterpiece. Because no film in the year 2018, even though it was not my favorite movie of the year, my favorite movie of the year was actually Halloween 2018. But no film in 2018 left me more profoundly disturbed, alienated than Hereditary. A movie that dealt with grief and mental illness with signs of the occult as the backbone of the film. And the family dealing with the death of the grandmother, Annie, Toni Collette's mother. Loki, I know Romy was awful in his response, but come on now. Give me some peace and quiet while I put this.
Oh, you thought that was bad. Wait till you get to Midsommar.
It's important.
Oh yeah, let's see. C.A. Cougar, Halloween 22 was so disappointing. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Where do you live, C.A. Cougar? Are you even a cougar? Are you a lion?
He is a cougar. Not the cougars.
I want to know why it was so disappointing. Okay.
Well, he's not. Well, thank God he's not a cougar like another certain individual like Vicky Guerrero. Anyway.
I'm sorry to say he has to excuse me at that point. Okay, the Cougar King. That's a good one, Jose Plus. But anyway. Okay. Dealing with death of their grandma. Her cult, the cult that she was a part of, worshiping the god or the demon Payment, which orchestrated the deaths of the what do you call it? Orchestrated the death of her grandma, leads to demon Payment transferring its soul to the son, also leading to the deaths of the other family members, which led to, of course, Charlie, ironically, Toni Collette as well. The one like, to me, Adam Sandler and her and Robert Pattinson for Good Time. 3 people that were snubbed multiple times for Oscar your nomination or wins. Toni Collette delivering the best performance of 2018, in my opinion. end of her career with as Annie with her detachment and descent into madness due to everything that transpired. Because you look at the beginning of the film, where when she was given the what do you call it, at the funeral, she was speaking of her on her grandmother's life or her mother's life, and she didn't seem as sad, upset, or anything. But then when Charlie died, later in the film, that grief and that anger, and I will also mention this, Hereditary is, as I would call it, the prologue of fear. Midsommar is the epilogue. Even though they have two kind of different scenarios, they go through a similar path of grief, whether it's relationships, family, broken relationships, whatever. And then the cults or whatever are kind of the center and the kind of watcher of everything going on. All right. Another thing that I enjoyed, besides like the cinematography and the score, which I do like one day we can agree on, cinematography and a lot of scenes is excellent. 30 minutes in, they pull a psycho when you think at one point Charlie is supposed to be the main character, which in essence she still is, because of how they're trying to transfer the soul. Excuse me. But they went the psycho route by killing her off 30 minutes in.
I was actually happy because I hated her.
And now I will say the character was unnerving, which I will give the actress who played her credit. It was unnerving, and I didn't know what to think about it. To me, the other standout character is, I believe, Alex Wolff, who played Peter. A guy who I believe was in the Naked Brothers band a long time ago, who now actually I think has a career for him in this. But anyway, so Charlie the Young Czar died when, in essence, she's the main arc of this film and the revelation of her death with Peter, the son, and Annie. For when he came back home, she found the body, Annie did, and then, of course, they show the head covered in ants, which I think is probably the best shot of the film. As morbid and grotesque as foreshadowing. And that's the other thing also with everything with both movies. And that's why I tell people my mother did not like Hereditary and Midsommar, but she rewatched them to try to get a better understanding, because I told her there's a lot of foreshadowing in these movies, so you got pay attention to certain scenes because they may come back later. Even the smallest scene will come back later, and I'll get to that in Midsommar, because I think they do more foreshadowing in that movie, especially in the beginning. Also, Peter's arc in the movie is the feeling of being unsafe around his mother, where she is trying to kill him or thinking about killing him, which leads to the dinner scene, which I believe is one of the best acted scenes I've seen in a long time. That felt real and terrifying, with her blaming Peter for the death of Charlie. Even though, in essence, you want to look at it that way, if she didn't let her go with him, he, number one, he would have gotten laid, end up in high. Well, I think he did get high anyways. But then he would also not have to worry about the grief of the death. The miniatures also, which also plays in the beginning of the film, that Andy designs, is the obvious symbolism of control, conditioning relevant to the ritual. And also, some other foreshadowing of the movie as well. In the class scene, when of course Peter smashes his face into the field, which again, I will say now I saw this in theaters. Either movie I didn't really hear laughing in that, at least from my experience. But again, I have heard people do that, so I can't say it's for everybody. But they're just resting. I'm looking. Okay, so I was looking at it was also both in Jumanji movie, Welcome to the Jungle, I actually don't really care about the Jumanji movies because if it ain't Robin Williams, I ain't watching it. That's the reason why I haven't watched Aladdin. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's a controversial statement because those movies are some of the movies are beloved, but I just don't care. In Peter's class, he discussed the Greek tragedy playwright damn it, I can't pronounce Sophocles. Excuse me, because excuse that pronunciation, but okay. Who in his play Woman of Traces describes the hero Hercules ignoring the foreshadowing signs of his demise at the hand of his wife, mirroring much of the film's literal events. Again, the listening into certain things, even if they mean completely meaningless, in essence, they really don't. Which again, I like that because it's not like spoon feeding you everything until the right moments, but they give you little hints that if you pay attention and you start watching, oh, I get that now, or oh, I saw that. Yes, I do. Yes, so Hereditary and Midsommar are very heavily polarizing films.
Most of A24 films are.
Yeah, I was talking about The Witch earlier, but I did agree about the Ghost Story, and It Comes at Night. I liked It Comes at Night, but it was very disappointing, especially since they have I cannot remember the actor's name, but the guy who was in the lead, he's probably one of my, yeah, he's one of my favorite actors around right now. He's an actor I usually go see when I hear a movie. Okay. And then my final argument is the last 30 minutes of the film, which in my opinion is one of the most tense scenes I've seen in a long time, with some brilliant camera work and score. And they do use jump scares in certain scenes, but some of the scenes that they did, either if they did, but again, you pay attention because you'll know something's coming besides it just being a blatant jump scare. Like the scene when Peter is walking into the living room and he sees, of course, Annie in the corner hanging there. Again, my mother watching and a few other people that I've watched with did not see Annie up there. Now I saw her right away, even when I was watching in theaters. And then the beauty is another scene that I did not notice until rewatching it, because this is a film that I say will even for people who didn't like it, this is a film that needs to be rewatched to either understand or get that, because of the problem with these types of films where they have you explore certain things that you're not used to. Because that's why I like some of the A24, not all of them, but because unlike basic Hollywood movies like Transformers or whatever else.
Oh God, don't remind me of those.
Yeah, Michael Bay can suck.
Any of those movies, or like the blockbuster movies or whatever, like the mass audience, even Fast and Furious. This is my issue in modern day. That's why I like these types of movies, because they make you think, whether it's bad, whether it's good, whatever, and they stick with you for good or bad reasons. Like going to see a Transformers movie or Fast and Furious is for someone who just wants to be spoon-fed and just watch, oh, pretty colors, explosions, yada yada yada. And if you think I'm lying, if you think I'm over exaggerating, what are some of the most successful movies of all time? Transformers, Fast and Furious. Again, movies that you turn your brain off. Which I like those movies sometimes, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking that's not what true cinema should be about.
How do you explain Mad Max Fury Road, The Raid 2, Ghost Protocol, Edge of Tomorrow?
See, now
John Wick,
I'm not,
Dread.
Yes, I'm not counting those. I'm more talking about the
just the over the top, stupid, yeah.
Yeah, like the typical, what you call generic summer blockbusters. Which, like I said, I like somewhat but yeah, those Mad Max Fury Road. That's that was another film that I loved with a passion. So there are movies that take that aspect of the generic popcorn and turn its head and make it more unique and stand out. But a lot of times, anybody can make an action film like Transformers like a Michael Bay Transformer, not a Transformer, but you know. So, with the last 30 minutes, with the tension, the score. Now, the biggest scene I will say is probably the most polarized is the ending, the final shot of the film, not the chase between Tony Collette and Peter or Annie and Peter, which again is the upside down scene. I will say this is the upside down where she's banging her head up against the wall. Is that a little?
You know what I said? I want someone to take that footage and someone play some hardcore heavy metal music while she's banging her head on the wall. That's what I was thinking.
Is that scene kind of a little over the top?
Oh my God!
I will agree with that. The scene when she is cutting her head off with a fucking I think it's a piano wire or something. I actually think that scene's effective because I guess the facial.
Wait, she actually cut her own head off?
Yes, with a piano string.
Ball.
Ooh, a ball.
I was gonna say, Hereditary. Like, I don't care about I don't care what anybody thinks of Hereditary, but it ain't the same level as Uwe Boll.
No, come on now. Uwe Boll is, dude. There's Uwe Boll. There's Dennis Dugan. There's Andy Fickman. There's Frank Korakai or Frank Crotchrot. Yeah, they're some of the worst of the. Eli Roth. Yeah.
Wait, Uwe Boll.
Now I like Eli Roth, but I understand his movies are not really. How should I say it?
Tyler, you smart ass. Don't worry, he's cool. I love him.
Like, the only Uwe Boll movie I like for all the wrong reasons is a guilty pleasure is Blood Rain 2. And it's a horrible movie. I just like it for being a guilty pleasure. Okay. Otherwise, the rest of the movies suck. But yeah, comparing RES or Uwe Boll is like if we're doing that, RES or Martin Scorsese, and that's it. We're trying to compare.
Wait, hold on.
Like, I'm sorry,
wait, you talk a little like Jordan. Like, who would that be? Because if Romy talks like me, guess what? You want to know the difference between me and him? I've got more hair in my genitalia than he does on his top. Let's be real here.
Well, that's fucking disgusting.
But it's a fact.
I've got more hair all over my entire body than probably all three of you. Especially David. He really has.
Bald Eagle Jones. Women don't want to go through a jungle.
I'll say especially David because well, of course he's babyface.
You call that?
I do more really want to see him with a beard though. I want to see what he looks like with a beard. But anyway, that is my final argument about. I did forget about the ending scene. I will say that the ending scene it leaves a lot to be desired. However, I do like the ambiguity of it.
That's a big word.
Instead of just like continuing on to it. I like movies that end where you don't have a clear answer of what's going on and you kind of create your own ending, which some of the best movies have done that. Not saying that Hereditary and Midsommar are among those great films where those endings, but I do like those types of endings. So that's the end. That's the end of my argument over Hereditary. Hopefully, my dog does not bark next time you speak because she did. I guess she didn't like what you said.
Wait, I think Jordan is a punk because he looks in his own. What the?
Running Man, is that you?
Who's the best host of Family Feud? Richard Dawson. Followed by who's the one that hosts it now?
David, you are the reason why I will lose all my brain cells because of all the stuff you type. Yeah. I just
throw me a brain cell.
B minus. You're very close. B plus. You're very close. D.
Yeah, he's got you there. How come you can't? How can you not do the process of elimination? In fact, I want to ask you that question before we get to Midsommar. Why don't you ever choose, like, whenever we're at B plus, you're very close. B minus, you're very close. D, then like, what?
You know why he's saying D? He's probably looking up, D-cup milfs. And I'm proud of him.
See, if he didn't do that, I probably would have won yesterday's debate, or yesterday's scorecard.
But seriously,
grade level.
I want him to answer this question. Why can't you do that? Like, do the process of elimination. Do you do this just to constantly troll me?
Go last week.
What? Hey,
that's actually true, Luke Nukem. Unlike Uwe Boll, at least Ariaster doesn't challenge his critics to a boxing match.
Oh, yeah.
But seriously, repeat that one more time. Like, what did you say, David? Why do you do this?
Sometimes, I lose track, from time to time.
How do you lose track when people are saying B+, or okay, how about this one?
I told you why. He's watching Cherokee the ass on screen.
No, he can't watch. Oh, great.
That's funny, because that's what she was doing to Lexington Steel.
I don't understand. That's lose track. That's so. I mean, you're listening and being part of a stream, and yet you know what? I would love to have Jerome back for just one more time. Only this time, maybe he would do it better than you, and not say E.
No, I can't do that.
Oh, that's right, because you'd be 10 times better.
You know something, Romy? I never forget the face, but in your case, I wish I did. At least I have the balls to show my face.
Wait.
Kyle.
I never forget. Oh.
Well, that kind of explains, Kyle, why you remove all the mirrors from your house.
Oh!
I can do this all day, son.
Burn, dude. Wow.
Oh, you need some preparation H for that ass burning you just got?
I'll tell you what, that was, there are times where you gotta wish he didn't do this kind of stuff. But anyway,
that explains the reason why he removed his rear view mirror in his car.
Okay, so are we going to grade each one individually? Or are we going to just grade it after the end?
I just want to say some things before you get back inside, because after all, we're taking a smoke break, everyone. Anyway, okay, Jerome, there's something I want to ask you about. So, what was your take on the whole event for Fight for the Fallen? Because if there's one thing I consider with worst match of the night, it has to be that tag match with Brandy Rhodes and Allie. Well, and the match that I thought that was not even close to enjoyable was the beginning match with Cody versus Sonny Kiss for the TNT title. So
that's kind of funny, because I saw it not too long ago. Let me go over this real quick. And Mr. Gepper saw it before me, and he pretty much shared the exact same things that I said. Now, Fight for the Fallen, I thought I was going to follow up with the previous 2 weeks, because the previous 2 weeks Fighter Fest were actually very solid, very good. Had some great tag matches, and this one also has 2 great tag matches. Unfortunately, for this show in particular, that's all it had going for them. For match number 1, you get the TNT Championship. For Cody, you notice how he can't say Cody Rhodes, because Vince McMahon is being a cockhound prick, because he owns the name Rhodes.
There's a thing called, legally changing your last name to anything. Like look at Ryan Reynolds. Not Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reeves.
Ryan Reeves. Thank you. Okay, I can admit that I can make mistakes, but still, Ryan Reeves. He changed his name to Ryback, and so did
Rybotch.
And then there was Jim Hellwig. He even changed his name to Warrior. So. Yeah, there's a thing like that, including, in fact, even Monty Sopp can do that too, to Billy Gunn. Oh, it's true. It's freaking...
Oh, Billy Gunn when he's not taking, testosterone.
Oh. But anyway, here's what I don't understand, like the main event. Now, I get a lot of people were pissed off at it. Like
I was fucking furious.
But there is a bright side for Brian Cage. There is a bright side for him. At least he's not being showcased as a pussy tapping out.
He didn't tap out, but here's the problem. 2 reasons. Number one, as soon as they gave him the FTW belt, I knew right away he was losing. Why? If he already has a championship belt, why does he need a second one? Logic. Number 2, the way they booked that ending, I'm sorry, it makes him look, it's like you look at Taz, you're thinking, what the fuck? You're supposed to be like this badass, just suplex sitting machine badass motherfucker from the Red Hood section of Brooklyn. I'm gonna throw the towel.
If there's one thing we can agree, is that Vince McMahon is a money grubbing jerk. Oh yes, he is.
Why do you think he goes to Saudi Arabia? Because he wants that blood money.
Yeah, and you know why? Because he just can't. He can't really help it. He craves money.
Gee, I wonder why he's offering so many 5-year contracts to so many people that want to leave. So yeah, Fight for the Fallen. I'll go by this. The TNT Championship between Cody and Sonny Kiss. Now, we'll give it this. There was some good athleticism, and Sonny Kiss's entrance was interesting, to say the least. But here's the problem why the match doesn't succeed. Predictability equals no suspense. And I said it since day one. When Cody won that damn belt, that should have went to the Murder Hawk. That should not have went to Cody. Cody doesn't need a championship. He's over. He's so over the crowd. And when he won that belt, he became uninteresting. And he's going to defend the belt every week. We all know who's going to win.
And Lance Archer has not been really seen on TV. I think he had a match with Joey Janela, but that's been it. He's been on Dark.
And
Hold on. Here's the name I made for Vince, Mr. Dick Man. Kyle just put that in the chat.
I call him Vince Shit Nuggets.
Well, I think Mr. Dick Man's more fitting because he is a dick.
Yeah,
so funny. There are two Vinces.
Oh no! I think no. I think Tori Wilson, Sable, and Trish Stratus would know.
Billy Kidman, I idol you.
Anyway, now I will say this: I don't like the fact that they had to make Brian Cage lose. But however, as long as they didn't make him look bad on television, that's the one thing that people need to do. They don't. I mean, they try to book people to not, look weak on television or anything like that. They try to keep them strong and all that. So there might come a day where Brian Cage might get another shot at the AEW World Title, but still, at this time, I do agree that they shouldn't have put the FTW title on him. But however, here's a good positive side note. At least maybe we could see that belt defended in the future, like Taz did with the original one in ECW.
But there's a reason why Taz had the original one ECW. It made sense with this character. With AEW and Brian Cage, there's no reason to bring another belt in.
Well, what would you prefer? Having a TNT belt, which should be known as a television title, or a belt that is actually known for its badassery?
The badassery should have stayed in the hall in the museum.
Oh, come on. I don't know. I'd look, I'd rather have the FTW title than the freaking TNT belt. I'm sorry.
Well, the reason with the TNT belt is because, like I said, there's a pandemic, and the company that was working on the belt, they couldn't finish it.
I know that. I just said, the name for the belt. That's another thing.
Hey, it looks better than the 24/7 belt.
You know what? I can't argue with that right there. Look, I don't like the television, not television, the 24/7 title design, but I will say they do put on the right guy, and that's R-Truth, and he makes it look good. We should honor George R. Cornette, the rat who died in an honorable death.
What'd you say, Mr. Hangman?
I will say this right now as a side note. Talk about Wednesday Night Wars. Well, I am currently engaging in the Friday Night Wars with a other live YouTube channel, because I don't want to give them any notice. Geek Out Old Timer.
Oh, not the rat story again.
No. I want to say though, a buddy of mine just sent me a message saying that their live feed with more subscribers than I have, are just 6 people watching live, and we during this whole stream have doubled. They may the whole thing is they may have the overall views, but
So
live.
So basically, we're kicking their butts in the ratings.
Yeah, like in terms of if you're counting overnight, there are times where they beat us pretty bad, but in live count, which I think matters more, we always win because last time we had 50 people overall watching live, and they only had 12 watching live, and this time we double their view count this one. So I just want to point that out there because that is an interesting segment to see that the Hangman Outcast is now probably, at least in San Antonio, YouTube is one of the more talked about the live shows on YouTube.
You know something? I think I just noticed something, Romy. When you add people like you and me into things like this, we pretty much help Charlie with ratings. You know why? Because we're the AEW against their NXT.
Except I'm Luchasaurus and you're Marco Stunt.
Dang right.
Well, I was going to say, like, especially with the YouTube Renegades, I consider that the AEW to their WWE, and I'm the Cody, the one walking around. All I need is a guy in a teddy bear costume. Oh, Romy, you could fit that mold.
Ooh, that's a good one. But hey, wait, what'd you say, David? What'd you ask?
Me in a teddy bear costume? Sorry, I hated the Wicker Man.
What do we call you, David? Oh, so many things, brother. So many things.
Would he be Marco Stunt and Jordan, you be Jungle Boy?
That's a good
comparison. But then again, I have the hair of Jungle Boy, so maybe
David? Albino butt-face McGee. I don't know.
Oh! Albino butt-face McGee. I'm sorry.
Why is it? I swear to God, every time I look at him, it looks like he reminds me of a bowl of Raisin Bran. You know those fucking dancing raisins? Second match. This is a good match. Aside from the first act, which was pretty sloppy, especially the awful botch. What?
Hold on. Piss off, David!
Oh.
You hear like David like 5 times in the background. David.
He keeps doing this all the time, calling me. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Romy. Now, second match. What was it again?
David, I have a solution for you. Chatterbait.
Ooh.
Look that up and you'll know what I mean. Second match, FTR versus the Lucha Brothers. Aside from the first act was pretty sloppy, especially a botch where they were going for like a sunset flip pin combination. You can tell when Pentagon Jr. left the ring after that, he was shaking his head. Yeah, he wasn't too happy. Well, but the match picks up and it turns out to be a well thought out match, especially with a twist ending. Pretty messed up if you were in AAA wrestling. So B+. Match 3, this was the match of the night. This was an outstanding match. Kenny Omega was probably the highlight of the match because it's gearing towards his heel turn. It's coming.
Yeah, and wait, Kenny Omega's heel turn?
Oh, come on. Look how he was acting throughout the match, and look what he did to Marcus. Oh, this has the best spot of the entire match. Marcus Stunt did this thing, and he was doing that stupid dance, and here comes, I think it was, let me see. I think it was Matt Jackson. He goes behind and kicks that little fucker right in the head. I was like, yes!
Well,
oh my God! I was like, this was the greatest thing ever. He gave that little midget a fucking Randy Orton punt right to his face. I was like, yes! That was about spot of the night.
You know what?
And the problem is,
would it have been better if it was the Fruit Loop Dingus, Jerome?
Oh, fuckboy Buckethead?
Yes.
Thank you, Bruce Bliss. Or the walking billboard, Fruit Loop Dingus, Rainbow Retard, Oh God! Oh yeah, you know what his 5 moves of doom are? Here's his 5 moves of doom. You ready? He pinches Vince McMahon's nipples. He nibbles on his dong. He massages his ball sag. He vibrates his taint, and he licks his asshole. There you go. There's his 5 fucking moves of doom. Cena is garbage, dude. This fucker.
Oh my God!
David can wrestle better than John Cena.
Yeah, and I can talk better than Vince McMahon.
Dude, you
Hello,
see John Cena
Amy.
fucking punches? What?
Oh, Amy said, "Sup, yo." I said, "Hello, Amy." Oh, by the way, be sure to look out for an interview I did with her on Sunday. And Jordan, I think you want to watch it because you actually like it.
Massage.
Watching John Cena throwing punches, it's like watching
I don't know
someone having a stroke. He looks like King Hippo from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out throwing fucking punches. He's not a fan of combat sports. It shows.
I don't know what's worse, his fake punches or his spot calling.
Well, he does. Well, Jerome. I know you and me never will agree when it comes to John Cena, but there is one move that I think that that actually makes sense for your points. You ready for this? 5 knuckle shuffle.
Yeah, you know how he says, okay, I gotta stay PG. I gotta stay PG because I'm the Boy Scout. I'm the American hero, John Cena. You know what a 5 knuckle shuffle is?
It's called masturbation.
No. That's what a 5 knuckle shuffle is. Roman Reigns would know.
I was about to say, Roman Reigns, is that you?
Why do you think he always comes up with his hair all shiny and glistening? Muscle boy bitch tits.
And don't forget to spay and neuter. Well, it's too late for Jerome. He's already spayed and neutered.
Yeah, you ain't gonna catch my ass on the Morris show.
Yeah, a shame though. Really, it's a shame.
No, David. No, David. Those are not my kids. Yeah, that means that I was the giver.
well, someone in the live chat keeps wanting you to pay child support, but that's a different story.
Oh, don't get me started. Oh, you know what? Here's what I think of. Here, listen to this. Here's what I think of the fucking child support shit.
Don't you dare.
That's what I think of child support. I might have weeds, but these weeds don't have roots. By the way, I loved you in Stadium Stampede in the pool.
Well,
that's one of my favorite matches.
That was me riding the horse chasing Sammy Guevara.
Well, I can add that to my bucket list.
But yeah, Jurassic Express vs. the Elite was the match of the night. And then we get the match for the worst match of the night.
Having Jerome fart on the same stream as me, check. That's it for my bucket list right there.
The Nightmares. Okay, I wonder. No. The Iconics are still fucking worse. I think they're the worst tag team.
I want to join. Jose, if you're still up, you can join after the debate is over because we probably, depending on everything, we may still be on after that. Especially if David agrees to the massacre that ensues with him.
Oh God! Speed of massacre. Here, David. Let's play a game. Let's play Doug Shovin. You're it. Ready?
David, I implore you, be followed by example. If I have the balls to be a part of this, so can you.
Oh my God!
Especially when you're the people that was talk about my impending doom. So I want to watch your impending doom live in a living color on the show.
Would you like some more caviar with that, sir?
That sounds familiar.
I know. Except I'm not saying it like you would do it. Like
that got from the Great Mighty Pooh.
You really
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I did play it. I didn't know he said that. I mean, I think there must have been a connection problem when I was playing it.
Oh my God! Jerome, never played that for the 64.
I did play it.
Can't talk too long. I got poop.
The fanatic.
I did play it on the Project 64 emulator, and it was pretty good.
You want to talk about a guilty pleasure? The Fanatic. This is one of the funniest fucking movies. It's the movie with John Travolta.
Yeah.
It's this generation's The Room. It really is.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Thank you. I am so happy you have those. Folks, you have not lived until you see The Room and The Fanatic.
The Fanatic is effing garbage. What?
No, it's off. It's objectively bad. But it's so bad, you cannot help but laugh your ass off at this movie.
But
And what I'll tell you to get you to watch it, it's, as WWE once said, it is directed by the frontman of, at one time, as Tony Chimmel said, the WWE's favorite band in the whole wide world, Limp Bizkit.
Fred Durst
Fred
is the
Durst
writer
is
and
the
director of this movie.
wait, how could it be
And
so bad that it's funny? Either it's bad or it's funny.
You never heard of those
The
before?
best
It's so
part,
bad
one
that
of
it's
the
good.
best parts of the movie, and I won't go too far into it. There's a
I've
scene
heard of
with
that before, but yeah.
Devin Sawa, who was in Final Destination, who's unrecognizable because he looks so jacked now.
Limp Dick. Oh,
But him and his son are driving, and they're literally playing
Yes!
Limp Bizkit.
Wow,
Like,
son, this
that
is a
is
good
so-
band.
That is so, like, what do you call it? Egotistical for a man to have his own music in
Yeah.
his movie and have something to talk about. But it fits Fred Durst's persona, so I love it.
Oh my God, I saw that. I'm just like, give me a fucking break, Fred.
It's like if Kanye West directed a movie. I am 1,000% positive he would drown the movie. His soundtrack for the movie he directed would have nothing but Kanye song just to play in the movie, just to boost his ego even more. I actually want to see a Kanye West direct movie because I know for a fact he would do that.
Kanye West should direct a movie about him becoming president.
Anyway, let's get back on track with the thing with the Fight for the Fallen about the tag
Fight with
match.
the Fallen. Match number 4 is the worst match. Not only one of the worst matches of the night, it's one of the worst matches of the year. The Nightmare Sisters versus MJ Jenkins and Kenzie Page. Why was this on the fucking card?
You want to know why it was on the card? Because it's obvious. You got to have, Brandy Rhodes, to be snake bitten herself. She wants to have that spotlight.
I would like snake bitten. I got a python that will fucking. Come on now.
Hey, all yours, dude.
She is the hottest fucking chick in wrestling. Her and Penelope Ford, I swear to God.
I don't mess with people that are snake bitten because
and
look at
also
the people like
Hikaru Shida.
Here comes Gary.
Hikaru
be all like,
is probably my favorite of all the women on AEW right now. Okay.
Yeah, but isn't Gary like always? Every time he looks at Hikaru Shida, he's like this, like.
Well, hey,
No,
him and I agree on something because we both want Asian women. Like I gotta say. Now, I will say this though: we have Brandy Rhodes on the fucking card, and where in the fuck is Abaddon?
She should not be wrestling. I'm sorry, Brandy Rhodes.
Good looking.
Fucking good looking is an understatement. But goddamn, don't wrestle.
We get Brandy Rhodes and we don't get Abaddon after that debut she had a few weeks ago. We haven't seen Abaddon in weeks. But yeah, we get Brandy Rhodes to boost her ego. I don't know what your take on Abaddon is, but I thought Abaddon was creepy as all fuck, and I like that. It's like a Rosemary.
You know what? You know what she is to me? She's like the Stephanie McMahon of AEW.
Except Stephanie McMahon has been in some good matches. Look at the WrestleMania match. Look at her match against Trish Stratus. That's one of my favorite women's matches of all time.
Oh, and No Way Out 2000?
Yeah, but only a couple. But all the other matches, I mean, like...
Maybe one Brandy Rhodes match that was good. I'll wait.
One Brandy Rhodes match that was good?
None.
There is none.
Exactly, that's my point.
I mean, how would I know about that? Because, she never had a good match. And then there's Stephanie McMahon. You want to know why she was given the women's title? It's obvious that she was handed it to her on a silver platter because she's the daughter of a billionaire genetic jackhammer. By the way, how is it possible when he doesn't have anything, to give? Let's be real here. And then you have other things to go along with that. So, yeah, she should have never been given the women's title at all. Bottom line. That's it. Period.
You know what's funny? When Stephanie McMahon, that outfit she was wearing, I was like, boy, that represents what China used to wear.
Good God. I freaking can't stand that title reign. It was so retarded. It makes me feel like I'd rather, her holding the title for a title reign makes me, and if someone were to force me to watch that, I'd rather someone pull the trigger. That's it. I wouldn't want to watch Abomination.
Someone already did that. His name was John Cena.
You know what? Hold on. You know what? Better to watch John Cena than Stephanie McMahon. I'm dead serious. I don't like having to watch people, have be given a title and not defend it in under 30 days.
That's Brock Lesnar for you.
At least John Cena did that.
Yeah, but he's awful.
Well, guess what? That's your problem. What you see of him.
Yeah, he's garbage.
As for me, I don't freaking care. As long as he defended it under the 30-day period, that's good enough for me too. Need I say more?
Other than Triple H and John Cena, name me another wrestler who's buried more people than them with the golden shovel.
Hulk Hogan?
No, nowhere near as many.
Oh, really? You don't think he buried people? He buried people in WWF. He buried people in WCW.
He still did business.
Business? You call that business? No.
He put over Warrior. He put over Goldberg. He put over Luger. He put over Undertaker.
You know as well as I do, he wanted to job out the Warrior in 1998 so he can get that.
We all know that.
And he also tried to get Yokozuna in WCW because he wanted to avenge his loss, but he was too fat at the time to even move.
Yeah, and plus there was no point for Warrior to even be in WCW. And plus their match was garbage. I mean, and plus he still buried him anyway.
Unlike
and it led to British Bulldog's back injury at Fall Brawl 98.
The Renegade.
Yeah, so that whole thing, because of Hogan, I will say Hogan did more business, no matter what, than John Cena. I will say this. But because of Hogan's selfishness, he pretty much indirectly cost Bulldog his career and possibly his life.
The Hulk Hogan, you call business, I call all freaking, playing the, creative control card.
Oh, you want to talk about John Cena playing creative control? Oh, gee, I wonder why Mickey James isn't in a relationship with Kenny Dystra. I rest my case.
That was her choice, dude.
Alex Riley.
That was her choice.
Ryder.
No, it's because John Cena got involved.
Let's see, who else?
Man.
Let's see. I'm missing probably a month.
Okay, Dolph Ziggler, the entire Nexus.
Umaga.
Blake Barrett. Oh my God, Umaga was one of the biggest ones.
Wait, what?
Umaga. He was one of the baddest fucking heels. And here comes John Cena. Bray Wyatt. I just mentioned Dolph Ziggler.
Family as a whole.
There's a couple big ones that I'm missing. Hold on a minute. Damien Sandow.
Oh yeah, Damien Sandow.
You know why they were all buried to John Cena? It's simple. I mean, Vince McMahon, wanted to put Cena over time and time again because he always believed that as long as he has a top guy that has the face and the look and the movie, star look, they can make money for him.
And John Cena's a fucking hypocrite. I remember he was talking to The Rock like, well, The Rock's out doing movies. I'm here. I'm right here. I'm like, you're a fucking Rock wannabe. That's all you have been.
And I will even say CM Punk, because remember when CM Punk had that historic 365
and he had to lose it to The Rock because of The Rock and Cena.
Hold on. Also, 422.
Huh? 422, okay.
Yes.
So look at all of his pay-per-view matches. When was it when he had a main event? Oh, mainly when he was with John Cena, but look at the main events of almost all the pay-per-views that had Punk as champion. John Cena was with somebody.
Here's the great example. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan had one of the best matches. And what was the main event? One of the worst matches in history against John Laurinaitis and John Cena. When CM Punk was the champion, he was built like a mid-carder because you got fuckboy Buckethead stealing the spotlight because they hit the ceiling.
I will agree. Hold on. I will agree to the point where I do not like John Cena versus John Laurinaitis because one, Laurinaitis is not is no longer an athlete and he can't keep up with today's generation of wrestlers, and Yeah, all it was John Cena just beating the crap out of someone, you know, probably even less, you know, than what Steve Austin would do to McMahon. I mean, like, I'd rather watch Steve Austin beat up Vince McMahon than see John Cena versus Laurinaitis.
Vince McMahon was freaking built, and second of all, it played well because that's arguably the greatest storyline in wrestling history. That's what brought the ratings.
So you know what?
Here's the other thing.
I can understand that for John Cena's 10th year in the WWE. I'll admit he went into too many pay-per-view main events, you know, even without being a champion.
Super Cena.
However, guess what? Vince McMahon, all he did was just see you know just see a cash cow. That's all he used Cena for anyway.
And here's the other thing. Cena and Laurinaitis, their feud was pretty much forced. The feud, and I'm not saying they should have had it at any pay-per-view, but the feud between the authority figure and the wrestler that was built for almost the entire year that had made more sense was CM Punk versus John Laurinaitis.
That would have been more better than Cena versus Laurinaitis.
Yeah, because Cena felt like, oh well, Punk is busy, even though they don't even have to do a pay-per-view, man. They can just do Raw segments. Let's just put John Cena in there and make him kind of like Stone Cold. Punk had the better because he brought him up even before Laurinaitis became a character on TV. He brought him up during the pipe bomb.
Hold on.
Where he called him Yes Man. And then as soon as Laurinaitis started to appear, he was getting more stuff.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I was at the Royal Rumble.
I actually like that match.
Which one?
Yeah, I was at the Royal Rumble in 2017
match, the one at Royal Rumble.
I saw that match live, and even though I thought the match was fantastic, AJ should have went to WrestleMania with the belt.
Why did John Cena win? What was the point? He was a transitional champion. That's all he was.
Yeah, because he lost to Bray Wyatt.
But at least Bray Wyatt, hey, at least Bray Wyatt got the belt.
For how long? 3 weeks.
I thought it was
one of the shittiest championship matches at WrestleMania.
Now, I will say this. If I had to pick the title, who won the title, even though I think the Fiend's title reign was better in terms of who he beat, mainly Daniel Bryan, but the Bray Wyatt, like, who lost it? I'd rather Randy Orton beat Bray Wyatt than Goldberg beat the Fiend.
Oh, my God. That fucking selfish douche. Oh, because the kids look at me as a superhero and I can't lose. No joke. That's what he said.
Like, I know, like, originally the Fiend was going to lose to Roman at WrestleMania. I would have, even though I don't like Roman, I would have rather had that than what we got.
True.
And then especially Roman Reigns had to back out, so we have Braun Strowman, the longest transitional champion in the world.
Something happened to David.
Because we all know that Braun Strowman is either going to lose the belt to the Fiend or he's going to lose it whenever Roman's back. I made a joke that Roman won it.
David's refreshing the page. Okay.
I made a joke about Braun. I said Braun holds the title, and then Roman comes back, and he's like, "Oh, I believe you have some of mine," and Braun just hands him the belt.
Wait, I also
why? Because Braun is Roman's bitch, just like he was Brock Lesnar's bitch.
Okay. I can agree that was not doing too good with his time in Nickelodeon.
Okay, so yeah, Fight for the Fallen wasn't very good as a whole.
Yeah.
Now we have Midsommar.
Oh God! And you know what? I've read and heard the reviews, and yeah, but however, I'm gonna give Charlie this one chance to help me change my mind.
Here's the thing with Midsommar. Now, like
is it pretentious?
Oh, you have no idea. Not
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I'll add you on after we finish this. Because like I said, if David still wants the massacre, I love Jose watching it, but I don't think Jose doesn't want, or I don't think Dave wants the massacre.
Yeah.
A lamb to the slaughter.
You know what? If anybody, you know what? I've tried warning you, David. If you want to do this, hold on. You know what? No. Shut your mouth. You know what? Hey, chat, do me a favor. Anybody in the chat wants to see a slaughter? You don't want to see Jerome slaughter this kid? Say yes.
Hey,
And if the
fine.
unanimous vote, hey David, I will tell you this. I know you'll say yes to Jerome now when I mention this. I swear to the demon payment. If you fucking do not take this challenge right now, because I am literally calling you out to say that you should do it. You will now be known for forever in this chat as the Running Man 2.0.
Give him a Burger King. Give him a Burger King crown.
Give him a say what now, Jerome?
Like the demon paneling. Give him a Burger King crown.
Yeah, I will give you a Burger King crown and put the Running Man 2.0 on there.
No, 3.0.
3.0? Okay, so the Running Man 3.0.
There's another individual who I'm not going to reference that is 2.0, just so we're clear. And I think David knows what I'm talking about.
So the Running Man 3.0. If you leave this chat without taking Jerome's challenge, and the people watching will bear witness, if this doesn't happen tonight on this show, I will rechristen you the Running Man 3.0. And I will label it every time you join in. I still love you, David, but you will have that on your name for the rest of your time on the Hangman Outcast. So the gauntlet has been thrown down. Because if I die in the slaughter, I'm not dying alone.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I think it's time now. The ball is in your court, but I'm still not giving you any more after that. So there you go, Romy. Have at it. It's time. We're gonna mute our mics so we can listen on this debate. So
Harry Astor's film Midsommar. He considers to be a breakup film in more ways than one. And it's pretty sad because, in case you don't know, Harry Astor wrote this movie he made this movie for one of two reasons. The first reason is because a breakup he experienced, which turned into a personal agenda. Because in the movie, he is portrayed by Florence Pugh. And his ex is portrayed by Florence Pugh's boyfriend in the movie. And it's pretty much about Americans getting sent to their deaths. Like I said, personal vendetta. And the other reason why is Lars von Trier. I'm sorry, for anybody who can take advice from or be influenced from a Hitler sympathizing, Nazi loving, anti-Semite, womanizing, sexist piece of shit trash, I have no respect for you. Because that is exactly what he is.
It's true.
Don't believe me? That's exactly the type of person that he is. And Harry Astor, he said in interviews like, oh, I guess people need to deal with it. I was like, how about blow me? I'm going to look up to other people who are actually not only decent human beings for once, but are way better filmmakers, like Christopher Nolan. Need I say more? So that is the two main reasons why. And Midsommar, the original cut of this movie, was 2 hours and 50 plus minutes long. It was cut down for the MPAA and for other reasons. But yeah, the director's cut is almost 3 hours long. Why? Now,
that's longer than your average Monday Night Raw show. It's that bad.
Even with commercials. Now, is there any positives to this movie? I have one positive. But yet, it kind of, what's to say? You know how they say, like, if you take a number and you multiply it by 0, it still equals 0? This is the case here. For example, some of the cinematography is very beautiful with the beautiful wide shots, the beautiful scenery that I think most of the film takes place in Sweden. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even though I think they shot it in Hungary as well. You know, and there are some very impressive tracking shots. I love the tracking shots. Here's the problem with those. It's just people walking. 85% of this movie is people sitting down, walking and talking, and it's filled to the brim of padding. And also filled to foreshadowing, so much foreshadowing to where it makes the movie predictable. When they show the bear, I'm just like, I called it like an hour and a half in. I'm like, he's going to end up in the bear costume and they're going to pull a Wicker Man, and I was right. And that's not the only thing. First of all, what is it with Ari Aster's films with characters showcasing the most ridiculous, over-the-top gestures? Who acts like this in movies? Also, the characters in this movie. There's a sequence that happens 1 hour into the film. And when that happens, I'd be getting my shit and I'd be getting the fuck out of there. But no, they want to stay around because they want to write their thesis. I guess that thesis is more important than their lives. And then literally nothing happens until the 1 hour mark. I literally calculated it. It's the sequence where they portrayed their best impression of I'm a glorious god from almost famous when he jumps into the pool. Except below there wasn't a pool, there was a rock. And then, just like Hereditary, this film was marketed as a horror film. I was not scared once. I don't know what makes this scary. And just like with Hereditary, I cannot sympathize with any of these characters because they make some of the dumbest choices, especially when it comes to one particular character played by Will Porter. His character comprises of whining, bitching, complaining, and how much he wants to fuck European chicks. No joke. That is his entire character. And when he got killed off, okay, that's two positives to the movie. The other positive is when he got killed off because I don't have to hear him bitching money anymore. Also, I love Florence Pugh. I think Florence Pugh is a hell of a talent. She's a beautiful young lady. Fighting with my family, she was magnificent as Paige. In this movie, you ever seen that show Intervention? The infamous meme where the guy starts crying like, "Nyah." You know that? That's how she cries in the movie. Throughout the entire film almost. Imagine dealing with this. And then Midsommar has one of the absolute worst musical scores I think I've ever heard in my entire life. The best way to explain it is nails on a chalkboard. And for that, I want to give you a link. A link to a specific scene that perfectly explains the music in this scene. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I can find it right away. First of all, I got to skip these goddamn ads. Okay.
You can send the private chat if you want, because if I have my mic muted, I can probably listen to it for a little bit, and then, maybe if I can be a judge of that. So,
no, that's not it. I was going to keep talking. Hopefully, I can find it later on because that was not the right thing. But it's the sequence where she realizes what happens to her family and why she is what she is. And it dwells into their relationship and why they go to and one of their best friends who is part of this sacred cult and why he forces them to go there in the first place. Now, it's like I said, none of the characters are interesting. Many of the movie is filled to the brim of padding. There's no reason this movie is 2 hours, should be 2 hours and 25 minutes long. And another thing, just like with Hereditary, there is zero logic and common sense. Why would the characters do the choices that they make? They literally got themselves killed. Especially with Ari Aster's, I guess you could say theme, or no, his what's the right word? His motivation behind it is pretty self-indulging. And then you have the pretentious factor in it. There's a sequence where it shows like an amazing shot of them going into Europe in a car, and then all of a sudden the camera just turns upside down for a long period of time, and it turns back on, and it cuts to the next scene. Padding. We don't need this padding. Then every character is either an unlikable imbecile, an idiot, an annoyance, or just a jackass. And I'm trying to find this musical score. Oh, and then you have the ending, which, like I said, is predictable because they foreshadow the shit out of it, where it rips off the Wicker Man, even to the point where they put a person in a bear costume. And this ending goes on for 15 minutes long. Why is he trying to punish us? Then again, everybody knows this movie is polarizing. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it with the auto-tune. I'm serious. Dude, I even said this in the review. It's like, dude, you take Florence Pugh when she was crying and put it in auto-tune. It sounds like the same person from Intervention. And then you have two of the most... two sequences. One, it has arguably the worst sex scene I think I've ever seen in my entire life. It involves Florence Pugh's boyfriend who ends up getting drugged by one of the people who wants to seduce him. And this sex scene goes on so long. And the mannerisms behind this is so comical. And the way people react to this, to where just like with Hereditary, many people in the theaters were laughing. They were dying laughing. And this goes on forever. I wish I can showcase what it is, but you probably get flagged, okay? Let's just say...
Sex scene of Sausage Party is better.
No, it is, because it actually was funny. I'm still looking for the Midsommar score, but yeah, it makes me wonder. I think I found it. Give me a second here.
Take your time.
This is one of the main scores of the movie. This is it. Okay. I showed this to my buddy Alex. He said this thing sounded like nails on a goddamn chalkboard.
Platinum?
Yep. There you go.
90. All right. I'll take a listen to this real quick.
You got to listen to this because it is just, it's like, it makes you want to ears bleed. And this scene goes on for 4 minutes straight with this music. I was just like, shit, or get off the pot. And there's another thing. Speaking of self-indulgent, yeah, the character Mark, played by Will Poirier, who was like just an obnoxious douche, there's a reason why he has an extreme phobia of ticks, because it's based on Ari Aster's real-life fear of bugs and illnesses. So, just like with Mark, Ari Aster wore 2 pairs of socks over his jeans to ensure he doesn't receive bug bites and everything. Why he included that in the movie? Self-indulgent. Why did he make this movie? Self-indulgent. He wanted to put his relationship that he went through an awful breakup into the movie and have him getting killed off. You okay, Jordan?
I'm watching his facial reaction.
What the frick? This is the musical score in the movie.
Okay, first of all, screw your little score and screw your freaking film. How can you watch that or listen to this?
And this movie is 2 hours and 25 minutes long. There's sequences where there's like 3 minutes where nothing happens.
God, you know,
it's so much padding.
It made me have like a, man, you could practically feel the beat on right here, you know. Feel a pulse.
And then you have one of the most irritating and laborious endings I've ever seen, where they use a lottery system to see who's going to get sacrificed and burnt to a crisp. I'm not kidding. And then Florence Pugh, you know, and Florence Pugh, she's like kind of crying a little bit, and all the people are like, they look like retarded monkeys. That's how the actors were like, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I'm not joking. And then the final scene, it shows Florence Pugh kind of smirking of seeing her boyfriend being burnt to the crisp. I'm like, that's Ari Aster's. That was his quote, because like I said, he went through an awful breakup and he despised that so much. And oh yeah, speaking of that, there's the other scene where they have a ritual where if you're over a certain age, you're done with your life. And how do they get done with your life? They go up to the tallest mountain. They jump off face first into a rock and they kill themselves in front of everybody, including the American tourists, who once they see that, they're like, "Oh, I'm just going to stay around here because I want to write a thesis." And the second person who jumped off, he didn't die. So you know what they did? They take Shao Kahn's big wooden hammer, and they all take turns playing whack-a-mole to his head. I'm not joking. And when they jump off the cliff, I had to pause it for 5-10 minutes because I was laughing because of the noise they made. Like when they jump off the cliff, they make this noise like what the second person he jumps, he goes, "Ah!"
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like, whenever you get an answer wrong with Brandon, with the grade levels on Bleacher Report, and makes you sound like
it almost sounds like that.
like.
We love you too, David.
But
No.
dude, remember that? Okay, that music you were listening to. Imagine that on a higher, louder pitch.
No.
With people going, "Argh!" That goes on for 10-15 minutes, and that's the ending. Dude, why? In this movie, the original cut is 30 minutes longer. It's 2 hours and 50-some minutes long. I'm like, why are you torturing us? And I heard Ari Aster's next project.
Wait, it sounds like Lucas. Like what you just did there earlier, Jerome.
Yeah, when he gets a blowjob for the first time. I'm still waiting, dude. Dude, that is like something. Call me a fucking weirdo. I don't care. I want audio tape of Lucas getting sucked off like a goddamn Slurpee. Can you imagine? He's like, oh shit, here comes the coconut milk. Oh, I can just hear him. It's gonna be the funniest shit ever. He's like, oh shit, oh god, here comes the half and half coffee cream. Oh,
Oh my god.
So
I gotta
another
breathe.
about Midsommar is there's so many sequences. It's like I said, where the padding is unnecessary. Like for those two old people jump off the cliff and play, and play whack-a-mole with their face. They have this long dinner where everyone's standing up, and it's just showing clips of just them standing up, and one person's like, "When do we sit down?" And it's like, "When it's ready." It's like, and then here they come, and they speak this language like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Sounds like they're having a blowjob.
I don't. It did. There's these other clips where it shows these people doing like this. I don't know. They look like doing Pilates, and they're saying "na ni na no ha." I'm like, what the fuck? You sound like a cuckoo clock. Shut the hell up. This is 2 hours and 25 minutes long. It's so bad that I owe Hereditary an apology.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, because like I said, this movie's polarizing, but when I calculated, I did a thing where I calculated 30 to 40 people, some well-known people in the film, the film community, and who are on YouTube and the network. Midsommar was the number 5 worst film as a whole. It beat out Cats by 1 point.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on Cats.
Think about that. A movie like Midsommar was on the top 5 worst as a whole, folks. Not just by one list. No, I calculated, and why is because of all of the details I listed. This movie was mismarketed. There was tons of padding. There's no reason it needs to be 2 hours and 25 minutes. You have characters acting so overly obnoxious and over the top that it makes you wondering why. If you want a better movie that has, I won't say a similar part, but it's similar structure, but it's well presented, Apostle. Gareth Evans' Apostle. If you don't know who Gareth Evans is, Gareth Evans is the director of The Raid and The Raid 2. 2 of the best action movies you will ever see. And he also directed a short film called Safe Haven. It's the 3rd short film in VHS 2. It's one of the most intense short films I've ever seen. And he went to do Apostle, this Netflix horror film. Everything makes logical sense. There's a character you can root for, and it has so much surreal atmosphere, and you can see.
Wait. C.A. Cougar says Apostle garbage.
Oh no, he did. Like I said, I hardly ever disagree with C.A. Cougar, but that's the one thing he did. I just don't see where he's coming from. But hey, well, more power to him, But with Apostle, it's like I said, the direction is so perfect. It has, like I said, Gareth Evans, fucking Jim. And I loved Midsommar when I saw it when I saw it the first time. It was called Apostle because it focuses a guy who has to go to this cult. He has a legit reason why and why he's in danger, and you fear for this guy and you want him to win. And the shit that this movie dwells in is just, it's just like, what's the right word for it? It's this suspenseful, and it showcases what goes on inside the cult, and it's interesting. And it's not black and white; it's gray. You can see where they're coming from as well. Not in this movie, because Ari Aster made this movie because he loves Lars von Trier, which makes me sick to my stomach, and he wanted to make a breakup film where Americans go to Europe to die for a personal agenda. I'm done.
All right, Charlie, it's your turn, and you better have a good comeback, because of what I heard, I think it's called what? Gassed? Let me tell you something.
That's one of the musical scores.
I don't know how what was so. Excuse me.
And that goes on for 4 minutes straight, dude. That musical score and the slow motion bullshit. 4 minutes straight.
No. I think it's 5.
I have to go back and rewatch. Well, I did the whole review, but Charlie, floor is yours, buddy.
All right.
Well, I'm about to take me and as Shawn Michaels from San Antonio. I'm about to take Romy Vader down the road to SummerSlam '96 because I'm about to bury your ass. But before I do want to show my A24 movies, including Midsommar. But anyway, we'll get. All right.
Remember what Vader said? I'm just a fat piece of shit. I was so pissed off when they made him say that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, at least you're not the Vader who says, I'm your father.
Fat my ass. As you were.
All right. So Midsommar, like a lot of people, and not just mine, but in some film enthusiasts' opinion, is a spiritual sequel to Hereditary. While Hereditary is a descent into pure relationship, or not pure relationship, our relationship with death, Midsommar is an ascension from it. That being where Hereditary is about pain, Midsommar is about healing. And I will say, Florence Pugh is the first time I've seen her in a movie. I did not. I saw Fight With My Favorite later on, and I know she's going to be in a Black Widow movie. She was fantastic in. I thought she had great depth. I thought she had a great character. The score, I will say, like the score and the movie itself is more divisive and more negative than Hereditary. I will agree with that. Now, watching both movies, do I still think Hereditary is the better film? Yes. But I still think it was a good follow-up from Hereditary. As was previously mentioned, Midsommar is a breakup movie with a dark sense of humor in some cases. And it does take a lot of inspiration from The Wicker Man, which Ari Aster has said, is that this movie is inspired by The Wicker Man. And it is I will say this. It is better than the 06 remake of Wicker Man. I will say that. I don't, unless you look at from the guilty pleasure side, and that's different. But Midsommar, like I said, heavily inspired by the Wicker Man, the original. So there was the imagery with that. Also, Midsommar, again, with the foreshadowing, lays out its story in paintings on the wall at the beginning, and as continue with the bear. The communication is a key aspect of both movies, not just the first, not just Hereditary, but this one, or lack thereof. Because the characters in both, especially in Midsommar, especially Christian, ironically, the boyfriend to Danny, Florence Pugh's character, they have no communication. He even wants to break up with her.
Wait, Christian's boyfriend to Danny? What the?
No, Christian is the boyfriend to Danny. Yeah, Danny's Florence Pugh's character. Christian wants to break up with her because she's an emotional wreck.
She's
longing for not only that happiness, but the family she's always wanted, which is what the ending was. She finally is relieved of the sadness, the fear of the unknown, of the lack of family and happiness, because now she has both. And killing Christian at the end with that the fire with the bear is the symbolic death of her old self. Is the symbolic death of her old self and metamorphosing into what she's always wanted to be. Not only in control, but also happy and with a family that loves her and will stand by her side. Because that's the one thing she did not have at the beginning of this movie, with Christian want nothing to do with her, because she wouldn't give him the good, she wouldn't do this, she wouldn't do it, because every time they were around each other, she just whine, bitch, and complain or cry. So that's one thing. The cult is very similar to the one in Hereditary, where they're the backwards, except one, it's without the supernatural element. Number two, they don't have the what do you call it? They're more the focal point instead of the background until the end. Also, the elder's death with the wacko, as Romy called it,
whack-a-mole.
showing that they have control in their fates, unlike the ones in Hereditary. Them jumping on, even though the guy did not die right away when he had to get the hammer on his head, that was to show a sense of control. Which in Hereditary, due to, I think these movies are similar in certain concepts. I'm bringing up that for context. In Hereditary, they pretty much were grasping for control, but they had no control throughout the entire movie. So in this way, they're controlling their fate. They're controlling their death and all that. Also, the cult becomes the family Danny always wanted. They bring happiness in her pain and uncertainty. Also, Hereditary, as I mentioned previously, is a prologue to Fear, with Midsommar being the epilogue to it, as Danny finds a happiness that is sorely missing. Also, I will say the sex scene in the movie, it wasn't hilarious to me, but it was very, very uncomfortable, and I do like that he kept on with the episode. Now, I will say this though, they had more balls to show a penis than 50 Shades of Grey did. Any of the 50 Shades movies. I unfortunately saw the first one. Don't judge.
Oh, don't even bother with the other two. They're even worse.
Yeah, like I didn't even, but at least they had the balls to show a penis. Not that I'm saying I want to see penises all around. I'm just looking at it thinking, oh, 50 Shades, they gotta do that. But anyway, I digress on that. But the sex scene I thought was good to the point where it was uncomfortably long, where you just felt icky about watching it, but in a good way. The cinematography is excellent. The location that they shot in, also excellent. The constant moving around or the sitting down, I also like the dinner scenes. I actually like, because again, the uncomfortably long takes of it, instead of just, oh, here's like 2 seconds of it, here's 2 minutes of it, okay, let's move on to the next scene. The only thing I will agree with, I do agree that the score is divisive. It is a on and off for me. Like, there's parts of the score I like, and there are parts of the score I don't like. Unlike Hereditary, where I like the entire score. So, and then also the one thing I also like that Ari brought from Hereditary, the transitions in some scenes. Like the scene when she's going to the restroom, but then it transitions to the airplane, so on and so forth. They did that in Hereditary with the houses. I like the transitions. I think those are unique and original in that sense. Is that they use different things as a transition from one thing. In some cases, you would think that kind of sounds cartoonish, because you may see that in cartoons where they transition from one area to another seamlessly like that. But in this movie, I think all right, so Jose said the sex scene sucks. Balls and pieces, okay. I mean, it's fine if you're into it. I'm not. I just like to make that joke because I hate 50 Shades. I always joke saying they never went too explicit like they did. So I'm like, Midsommar, Red Sparrow, all those movies did. But yeah, like the whole meaning of both movies, grief and guilt, and the longing for a family, happiness in midst of sorrow and uncertainty, and the lack and loss of control. And I think, like I said, the first film was pretty much no control, and then the other one was trying to build, like trying to have some people be in control of their fates. And then also Danny finding her family. And I think that is the message with that movie, and I think it was beautiful. Is it ripping off, or is it paying homage or whatever to Wicker Man at the end? Yes. Is it like, would you, because some people consider this a modern day Wicker Man. Would you consider it that? Yes. Is it original? Is it the most original movie in the world? No. But in terms of storytelling and the characters, and I actually think that some of the characters were portrayed as such by design, because some of these characters you're not supposed to root for. Christian, you're not supposed to root for. Like he was pretty much portrayed in this movie as the antagonist of the movie, as Annie was portrayed as the antagonist in Hereditary. Exactly, point is there for you. I agree. So that is the end of my final, or of that part of Midsommar.
Oh boy. Sorry if I stepped away for a couple times. Apparently someone didn't know that I was doing a live stream. Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway. So, as
David,
far...
have you heard? Did you listen to this, by the way?
What, to the score?
Yeah, did he ever listen to the score?
Oh, God. David, I implore you not to do it. It is god-awful.
Oh, I don't know if any of you saw, but David did put earlier in the comments. Let me find it. Oh, here's the thing. If I do this thing with Jerome, it will have to be on my channel for a separate video, Charlie. That was his response to us tell him do it on here.
Oh, okay.
So,
congratulations. Yeah. I will be nice, and you will not be known as the Running Man 3.0. As long as you do it.
So, what to think? Well, I think after the whole debate between Jerome and David, I think I'll think about who made more sense and who wins this debate. So, David,
better to give it time.
Yeah, better give it time. So, David, prepare to be executed. I mean, you wanted this
with a golf club.
No, something else even better than a golf club.
Just like in the movie, go to your happy place.
Can you play Whack-A-Mole with David's head?
The only
Happy Shao Kahn.
The thing is, I will say this right here before you guys start. The only thing I liked about the whole, about Happy Gilmore was that scene where he goes like, "Son of a, well, why don't you just go home?" That kind of thing.
Okay, first of all, if that ever happened, he'd be kicked out of the freaking PGA Tour. The movie is such horseshit.
Yeah, well,
hey, Dennis Dugan for you, man. That guy, I still want to beat his ass in a cage. I'm still saying it. That's
well,
much I despise
would you? Well, what would you prefer, Happy Gilmore or Dirty Grandpa?
I'd rather watch both of them burn in a fire.
You'd have to choose one. There's no way saying both.
I tell you that. Well, I tell Hangman to get the Hangman loose.
The noose. Anyway,
go ahead, kids. Oh yeah, trust me, I've had plenty of ex-girlfriends tell me that.
Wait.
Hey. That's why they're ex-girlfriends, my friend.
Tubby Murrah is here.
He calls me Tubby Moore. Hello, everybody. My name is Elsie Gluteus Maximus, fat, pimple, no good-looking, pimple-faced motherfucker, and welcome to the Fuck You Fun House. Today in the Fuck You Fun House, I'm going to show you what happens when you get older because stuff comes out.
This is my new
Jose,
name.
I will send you a link after we get to the final verdict.
Anyway, go ahead. Head David. Dixon Cox. Well, that's what you are.
Oh, what's wrong with chicken?
No, just look at his name.
Whose name?
David's name. And right here on the stream.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it on my side.
No, it's on here on StreamYard.
Oh, you gotta be more specific, god damn it.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? I try.
That's what she said.
Screw you.
Dixon Cox. I bet you she has a cousin named Mike, last name Unstinks.
Guys, there's a llama in the chat.
Look at his head, looks like a fat cucumber.
Yeah, well, yeah. At least he ain't chewing on a pickle, though.
Oh, I will say, I did not see, because I don't think they've ever released it physically yet. I'm hoping the 4K release they do, because they're releasing on 4K, but I have not yet seen the director's cut, so.
Oh my god.
I'm hoping the 4K release, because they're releasing on 4K, which I'm picking up. I'm hoping that has the director's cut, because if it doesn't, I may not get it, but I don't know, because I want some extra value in it.
At least he said Halloween 2018 was awesome. I was like, yeah, that's my boy.
So,
yeah,
David, So, David, are you gonna start?
Start what?
Boy, you know what? I think I need to give you a prescription for intelligent pills. Because
excuse me, they're called retard pills. I should know.
Yeah. Are those legal?
I don't know. The guy I bought them from didn't speak English.
Yeah. Same here. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah,
Viagra's a hell of a pill.
It is, believe me.
That and estrogen.
No, I don't know about that one, but still, yeah, the other thing. Now, David, your take on the movie Happy Gilmore, please. And this time,
Why can't I wait for it for my
Wait.
channel they want?
wait,
He
what?
wants to save it for his channel.
Say it for his channel. Wait, you want Jerome on your channel?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
You know what I think of that? Here. This is what I think of this. Here. Bombs away! Oh my god, I gotta go again! Oh! No! That's what you get! Oh! That's what you get! You and you! Not him, I like him. He's fucking Hardy!
Jerome, speaking of which, when can I make my first appearance on Bofas with the Sofas? Because I miss talking to Gary.
That you have to talk to Gepper.
I'll talk to him about that.
Well, actually, they don't allow guests on Bofas, so.
What's wrong, David? Did you have an oopsie?
That's what she said.
But yeah, like I said, they don't allow guests on Bofas.
Unfortunately.
That's what she said. What? You cum bucket. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Goodbye.
Anyway, so he's not gonna start the debate over Happy Gilmore.
I wanted to hear an encore to that review he did. That was so
I'm
great.
saving it for my channel, Jordan.
Why for your channel? You say you want. People are saying you should do it here.
This was about Midsommar.
Not just. It's about Hereditary and Midsommar. You freaking twat!
And it could be, and I could retitle this video "The Debates of the Century."
The debates of the century. The great debaters.
So
More like the masturbators.
Hey,
But then again, Romy doesn't have anything to give.
this is what I think of
What?
Jordan.
David is the cousin of Gary. No, there's no way. You know why? Because there is no similarity between Gary and David.
It's Psycho Mike and Gary. They look like they're cousins.
Yeah, only Mike's more of a mother canucker. As for that picture, David, screw you.
I am shocked that they never put my Big Blue in the fridge. Oh well.
Anyway. Okay. So, are you ready for the final results that I can come up with?
Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. So, Jerome, he made some valid points in regards to Hereditary, and rightfully so, with a lot of things that just shouldn't add up to a movie, in regards to, plot points and those little twists and turns that don't make any logic. However, then there was Hangman Charlie, where he came up with his own, backfire, and some of which I can't agree with, in terms of, trying to do something rather than nothing.
Trying. Come on.
However, I'm not finished. However, there is the point where you get to Midsommar. And after the soundtrack that I listened to just a while ago, which made me cringe as F, I will say this. For such a story that's being told and how it's a follow-up from Hereditary as an epilogue to Hereditary, and yet they have the most worst cinematic score imaginable after what I just heard.
But there's more to it than just the score.
Oh, no, there's not just more to it than just the score. It's also regarding to the logic within it that makes no sense. So, what do I say here? Shut up! Shut up with the freaking Jeopardy theme! If you sing that song again, I'll be coming down, okay? I'm coming down to the desk.
I want to see David on Jeopardy, not because of how much money he'll make, but how much he'll be in the negative.
You know what? I would love to see that too. Now, I'm sorry, Jerome. I'm gonna have to give this to you. You actually made more sense in regards to logic and in regards to the films as a whole and how they come off, especially with amongst other things. So I give you the edge in terms of this. You win.
David?
However, I didn't win everything.
Yeesh.
Wasn't David supposed to also give his thoughts on it, who won?
I agree with Jordan.
Are you just agreeing to Jordan to kiss his ass, or you actually agree because both of us are debate? I know how much you.
I wish it was the first part because that's the one thing I'd want him to do at this moment.
I'm saying I think Jerome is as well because he actually, tells like the facts about the movie and the story, and I do agree with him. For Tori, he makes sense from time to time, but not fully. I'm done.
So therefore you have it. I mean, that's basically it.
Jerome has a win.
So, yeah, basically the statistics don't lie within the the inside depth of the movie of how bad they are. I mean,
C minus, C plus, A.
So
Or F.
you know what? Your whole life is an F. Anyway, now, as far as I'm concerned, I said this while we were in the YouTube Renegades group message group that the loser would have to review a bad film, and I think that since taking this under thought, I think Jerome should pick which bad film that Charlie should review.
Now, my question is, should I review it on the Hangman Outcast, like a future episode, or should I just make a separate review of it
I think
on my channel?
he did the Nightmare. He did the Jason movies. Am I correct? Or Friday the 13th?
Yeah, I've done Halloween, Jason, and I've done Leprechaun, Jason, Chucky, my Halloween, Saw film.
You know my pick was Jason Takes Manhattan.
I think that's actually my worst of the Jason films.
It's that or Jason X.
I like Jason X for being as absurd and
that has one of the
stupid as
coolest.
it is.
That has one of the coolest kills.
Yeah, and I like Uber
freak.
Jason.
Yep.
And I like Uber Jason.
So, Jerome, what would you think that he should review?
Funny because my other guess was Leprechaun. Jennifer Aniston's debut. Oh wait, is there a horror film where Leprechaun is in the hood?
Yeah, I've reviewed everything.
Damn it! Okay.
Even the Hornswoggle Leprechaun movie.
Wait, hold on. Yes, I have read books and I also listen to audiobooks. Reading is what really counts, not just listening.
What? It's an audiobook. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but what if you're listening to it and you don't have the book in front of you? That's not called reading.
What if you're blind?
Then you can't see. You know why? That's why you wear sunglasses too. But still,
actually, the reason I wear these sunglasses is so I don't have to. It gives me a shave from your hideous face.
you know what?
You ever seen South Park? We're the Thompsons.
Well, you are a bald-looking Elmer Fudd look-alike mother trucker.
Hey, while we are before we give the final judgment, I am going to if anybody else wants to join in while we're just at the end of the discussion, but I'm going to send it especially to Jose because I know he wants to be on the show.
So
I will think of something. It's got to be something good. It's got to be in the horror genre. It's got to be in horror genre. That's the.
I agree.
I have to go because it's 7 o'clock where I'm at, and it's about to get dark, and I have some things to do outside. Thank you so much, my boy Hangman Charlie, Broken Matt Hardy. Yes, and
anytime you're welcome. You're welcome anytime back on here.
And thank you to Buttface and Ass Goblin. Until then, stay tuned.
Love you too, Jerome.
Yay. And once again, motherfuck Happy Madison Productions. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to look up some sweet MILF porn starring the sexy Julie Cash with that nice ass. Good day, everybody.
I don't know why Gary keeps cutting him out every time when Bofas ends like that. Hey, Gary, if you're watching, give Jerome some time to talk so he can end doing that thing.
Of course.
Anyway. Wait, what are you watching, Andrew?
What?
Are you watching some on TV?
I'm watching a commercial. I'm watching a Storage Wars marathon. That's why.
Well, oh yeah, Storage Wars just got on Peacock. I enjoy watching Storage Wars. That and back in the day, Hardcore Pawn.
Oh, that's my phone. That's my game. Actually, I'm playing a game right now.
Oh, so you joined in? You fucking joined in while you're playing the game. How disrespectful can you be?
Charlie. Take a chill.
I just lost, damn it! I just lost it. Now I'm freaking the fuck out.
I'm selling like John.
Jose.
I'm selling like John. Chill.
I just lost, damn it! I can't chill. I don't know a word of it.
Charlie, chill.
Hold on, Jerome.
Andrew, who are you, Sub-Zero?
Hey, Andrew, just let him have his moment, okay?
All right.
As for Jose, thank you. That's a good moment right there to have.
Oh, you better get David for that.
I plan to get David for everything he's ever done.
Yeah, but
all joking aside, it was a very entertaining, and it did live up to the name, the debate of the century. The only thing I'm disappointed by was that I have to wait now for not only for the movie review, but David to do the Happy Gilmore. But I will be watching whenever that happens, and if I could be on that episode too, to be kind of Jordan or David of that episode, I will.
You know what? I think I'm going to be a part of that, so that way I can look up close and personal how Jerome, tears them apart in a debate. Because I'm telling you, you should have backed out while you had a chance. You better take a lot of notes, David, and read off of them by transcript of what you think of the movie. Otherwise, you are effed. Period.
Yeah, because at least like I took a lot of notes down. I was even rewatching specific scenes like a few hours before we did the video and jotting down stuff to use for the video. Now, I will be doing a Hereditary revisit review probably in the fall, due to the fact that my original review of it, while it was my reaction coming out of the theater, I want to give it more, because my review style has changed since I did that video, which is almost 2.5 years ago. So, but joking aside, that was a good debate, and I am at least proud that probably it was a
I gave you some points.
Yeah, it wasn't like a complete, as Jerome would call it, a complete slaughter. It was more of a, as I said at the beginning, I was either winning or die trying.
If there's ever a debate that you win, I will be there and see how that goes. Now, anybody wants to. Now, if anybody thinks that I was being as unbiased and unprejudiced as I was with choosing, please say so in the comments. Say if I was or wasn't, because I would like to know.
Holy crap!
What happened?
I think David was just calling what Jordan said.
You're not going to believe this. Guess how many subscribers Brent Martin has right now?
Did he hit 1,000?
992.
992 now?
We're eight subscribers away.
Oh, yes.
I was hoping it was 999.
Oh, get out of here!
Another 7 more. Another 7, Charlie. Another 7 more. And then again 999. But for now, it's 992.
Oh well, I want to try to tell everybody. Hey, everybody, let's get Brandon Martin to 999.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Jordan's specialty. That's Jordan's specialty right there.
Okay, Victor. He says I was being fair. Okay, that's one. Let's see. I want to hear more. So that way, wait. Romy kind of reminds me of Kyle from Tenacious D. Ooh.
Hey, Jester.
Anyway,
who's joining in? All right, Jose.
I think it's Jose. I think his connection sucks.
At least he's wearing a shirt this time.
Oh God.
I'm back.
Hey, but I will say this, Jose. Jordan did start off. Well, he did start the streak, but he has camera, but he wasn't wearing a shirt either. But fair, I wish not. That's what David said.
No, that's what she said. Now that's how you do it.
Oh,
David, I think he was just following Jordan's lead.
yeah.
I call a recount on David's
No,
part.
let me just say this. How about David's part doesn't count and mine's mainly important? How about that?
I agree.
There we go. That's fixes everything. But anyway, Jose, you watched the debate. You watched both sides, and you heard me give the final judgment. Do you think I was being unbiased, unprejudiced, fair, 50-50 for both sides in regards to this? Frick.
$10 in glass, another $20 in the
Oh my God!
kitchen items, knife sets.
I'm outside, so it's not me.
Hey, Jordan, I already messaged Brandon and let him know he's only 8 subscribers away from 1,000.
That's good.
Well, if you join in, I try to give people. Hey, anybody who is not subscribed to Brandon Martin, I implore every single one of you who is not to search him on YouTube. It's a picture of him with Chavo Guerrero, and subscribe to his channel to get him to 1,000. And if you want, and anybody that's solely subscribed, and anybody who's solely subscribed to me,
yeah, Brandon says he already knows that already. He already knows that.
Like, I will say this: anybody who is only subscribed to me, I do give a stamp of approval to subscribe. And also, I will be on this Sunday. The horror show, Extreme Rules Reaction. So I will. So if you want any other reason to subscribe, if you want to see more of this face, this gorgeous face, on different channels, then definitely go on.
Hold it right there. David, Jerome is going to make you pumpkin pie after he creams your on Happy Gilmore review. Wow. Wow. I agree. You know what? I couldn't say it any better.
But yeah, I am so happy. Like I will say this though, even though like we're 6 people are watching right now, but for the entirety, like Geek Out Old Timers, they have a 45-minute show. So we had a consistent double view of their live view count. So for the third straight week in a row, we won the live viewer count on this. That's the other reason why I'm keeping it at 7 every week, because it just seems like now. I will say this though.
All thanks to the network.
I will be.
All thanks to the network community.
Yes, and I will say there will starting probably in a few weeks, probably next week, there will be 2 live stream episodes of the Hangman Outcast a week. One will be an interview episode, so I will be interviewing probably for right now any member of the YouTube Renegades that I've not yet fully reviewed or interviewed. Sorry. And then Friday's episode will be like what we do right now, where it'll just be a multi-man thing. And I know David and Andrew will be excited about this, but we'll be going back to topic-based videos.
Yeah.
So, like I said, right now, Andrew, unfortunately, will not be a part unless he joins in late. because I know he watches SmackDown. He has more balls than I do when it comes to that. I will give him. I'll always say that. Oh, Jose joined back.
Well, that's what, Jerry. That's why I get the grade levels and the results. That's why I always get the grade for the Ren Reed podcast.
Also, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, probably tomorrow night. Also on here, I don't know if I'm going to use StreamYard or not to see if anybody wants to join in. But that video is going to be the reveal of not only the name for the Hangman's 31 Days of Halloween starting in October, but it will be also the reveal of every single movie that I will be reviewing that month. Now I will probably have it on StreamYard as well tomorrow. But so anybody who wants to join in, I will probably do it at 7 as well. I don't know yet. Between 7 or 8, my time, Central Time, will be when the episode comes on. And then it will just reveal all the episodes or all the movies I'll be doing. I have already announced the very first movie. I should have let Jerome and me because we were talking about it in a post he made. But I will be the first movie that I will be reviewing on October 1st, which I made public on Facebook, is a film called Society. One of the most bizarre horror films I've ever seen, but also a great piece of film as well. But I will be doing that tomorrow, and like I said, I'll probably have it on StreamYard, and I will leave a link to anybody who wants to join in, just to shoot the shit or just to chime in on what maybe. Like if they've seen a certain movie I will be discussing, I will like that way if they want to stick their opinion in. I'm not going to go full in depth. I'll just be like, hey, if you've seen this movie, what'd you think of it? So anybody who wants to be on tomorrow night, they are more than welcome to be on. Not only on this that's in here, but also in the others in the Renegades as well. Other than that, that's really about it. Monday I will be starting doing the Candyman movies. So that's another. If Jerome was looking for Candyman and the Candyman sequels, I've already got those reviewed.
Pretty much almost have everything covered.
Yeah, like I still have a good shit amount of movies I've not yet reviewed. Some are saved for. I think I even have yeah, I pretty much almost every major horror film, and then I got some obscure or unknown horror films that I've reviewed, but not all of them though.
Oh yeah, the new James Bond film, No Time to Die, is actually delayed the whole year.
Oh yeah.
You know,
and
it's kind of funny. Hold on. It's kind of funny how you could, say that even though you didn't answer my question. Like, was I being fair, unbiased, unprejudiced with both Jerome and Charlie?
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's two.
Yeah, they actually delayed the whole year in summer 2021.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, shit, all the good movies have been delayed.
You can flip strike like that to defend against the Okay.
Even some of the A24 movies I'm looking forward to have been delayed, like Saint Maud. And then of course Halloween Kills, which that still hurts. It's been a week, but that still hurts. That's been delayed.
Converted into weapons.
So what do you think of this episode?
What, David?
I like this. Everybody on. So what did you think of this episode?
I cannot hear you because I think Andrew has noise in the background.
Yeah.
With my fan, that's why.
No, you have a TV going on.
Oh. Turn the volume down.
That's better. Okay. My question is, everybody, what do you think of this episode?
So, I'm gonna say this right now. It was actually a great debate. I think that was pretty good, to be on the same video as Jerome again. But I will say, hey, though, like, you gotta wonder how. I mean, like, what will be next? You know, like, who will he come after next? Because, I mean, I told you what you were getting into. Now, you put up somewhat of a good argument. However, if there's one other person I think who got owned, it would have to be Lucas. Why? Take a look at episode 33 of the Pain Game podcast, the debate and / rant over the Zoolander 2 movie.
Send me a link to that, by the way. I want to check that out.
Oh, you want to see that? Oh, by the way, it also has it has an exposure on there too, which Jerome does as the first topic for the show. But anyway,
what was Jerome's thoughts on? Was he on the good side of Zoolander, or did he hate the movie?
Let's just say it's not what I'd call good.
And also, he hate Mike and Dave.
Mike and Dave need wedding dates?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that movie was trash. Zoolander 2, while I didn't hate as much as everybody else, it's still a lesser sequel to the great Zoolander 1. Like, I am going to get Zoolander 2 on Blu-ray just because I'm a completionist. I like owning every single movie of a franchise, but yeah, that's probably a movie I'm not. I would rather watch Anchorman 2 more than I probably watch Zoolander 2, and I'm not the biggest fan of Anchorman 2 compared to Anchorman 1. Anchorman 1 is in my top 3 favorite comedies of all time.
I got both of those movies, Charlie. I got both Anchorman movies.
I've been meaning to get it. Every time I want to get it, I find something else I want more. It's like I was going to get Anchorman the other day, but then I saw the Mummy collection for like $15. I'm like, fuck, I want to get that.
Okay, I will say that the first Mummy movie, it was great. The second one, it's pretty much, following up from what the first one, left off. And as for the third one, this is why you should have the same actors
because Brendan Fraser was like the only person, Rachel Weisz was my first celebrity crush. Like, especially in The Mummy Returns. I did not like The Mummy Returns much as Mummy, but when she got rid of the bangs from The Mummy and went into like the hair she had in Mummy Returns, a little 4-year-old me was like, "What's that down my pants?"
She said, "I pooped my pants."
Like what's that pointing on my shorts? Mommy, I don't understand. What's going on?
Gary shorts.
Oh no, his bottoms.
His soggy bottoms.
Yeah, his soggy bottoms.
I'll tell you what that is in 10 years when you're a teenager. Yeah, but the Mummy Returns, I will say, has one of the worst cases of early CGI in movie history.
There you go. I just sent you
into the Scorpion King.
Yeah, well, the most terrible CGI, yes. You pretty much knew that the CGI in that movie was dated.
Yeah. The Mummy collection, it also came with the first Scorpion King. And that's the only one that mattered.
Okay, the Scorpion King, I will say this. That one was pretty good. I hope Paramount makes a reboot of Zoolander Starts, David, or remake. Oh, God, that movie would bomb.
And Zoolander was also my first introduction to Will Ferrell.
Besides, I mean, who wouldn't have the power to stop a ninja star coming at you going like...
There you go. There you go.
I took a picture of that very soon.
Piss off, Jose.
Jose, did you ever accept my invitation to join the YouTube Renegades?
I think so. Yeah.
Let me check, because I need to add you into the chat. Then, if that's the case, let me see.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I agree that the first one was actually the best. Victor.
Let's see. All right. YouTube Renegades.
So.
35. Okay,
So,
Let's see.
Let's go ahead and discuss this because I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So everybody that's in the chat and everyone that's on this call, what did you all think of the final segment of me performing a handstand that turned into an epic failure on yesterday's Rant and Rave?
Oh yeah, you missed that part yesterday, Charlie. You missed that part yesterday.
I know. I had to watch it after the. I can't remember who posted on the group page.
I did.
It was Jordan did that.
Okay, yeah, Jose, you're in. So I will add you into the chat for the Renegades.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I think it was funny. And whoever wrote that in the live chat.
I gotta stop giving you ammo. That's it, Jose. Wait.
One thing I will tell you, Jose.
Jester says that was funny. Yep.
What?
I will say one thing, Jose.
Yeah.
Like just to give it after the whole incident and referring to another YouTuber, which Jordan and me know about. The only the chat and the group. The group is only to talk about YouTube, talk about anything entertainment-wise regarding camera, YouTube, editing, audio, whatever. Anything that has to do with entertainment, like purposes for your brand, for your character. The chat, however, is to post your videos, as well as the group page as well. But to post your videos, to ask questions, but also to talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. There's only two things on there. The only two rules I have. Or three rules, actually. Number one, no politics unless it revolves around your channel. No religion unless it revolves around your channel. And number three, most importantly, everybody in the group has a different voice, has a different opinion, has different outlooks on life and how they speak. And we will sometimes talk or joke about certain things that may be considered not okay. But we change the subject, or we just discuss about it, or we just ignore it and all that. And if anybody has an issue with anything that's going on, either speak to me or the other man. I just want to let you know in advance that way, because like I said, I just don't want another crazy scars. I'm sure, Jose, you'll be good. I just need to readdress that because I had to tell her that twice. And she still didn't get it, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Basically, don't be a crazy ScarJo.
Yeah, don't be that. Like Andrew knows.
No, ScarJo. No, that's Scarlett Johansson. No, Scars. That's it.
Yeah. Like that's an insult. Like ScarJo. Like if she heard that, I wouldn't be shocked if she ended up dead over jumping off a bridge. If she heard that comparison to crazy ScarJo.
I should never compare, ScarJo to Scars.
Yeah, if I was crazy Scars,
it's like comparing. It's like comparing beauty to ugly.
All right, my channel is just upload some TV spots, so yeah.
So what did you think of the final moments of R&R 40 yesterday, Jose?
Wait, yeah, in the end of the stream when you and it's so comedy gold.
Okay.
Comedy. Yeah.
I won't be available tomorrow on Discord because I'll be at my grandparents' house for the first time since January, believe it or not.
Oh, that'll be fine, David. I kind of want people who have maybe had some experience with some of the movies or seen some of the movies I'm going to talk about that I'm going to reveal. But again, I do also want people who have never seen them, so I could tell them, hey, just as a pre thing to the video, hey, check this movie out or don't check. Because there are movies I won't be reviewing that are not what do you call good or and all that. And I'll get more into that on tomorrow's video.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw Bloodshot last Tuesday. What
What'd you think of it?
It was was meh.
I liked it. I thought it was better than it had any right to be. Due to the lack of movies that have come out this year, by default, it's probably my top 3 of the year. But that's not saying much because due to the movies that have come out. Now, I will say though, in terms of like, it's probably one of the best action movies because of this year. I'd probably say, you know what? I've not, like I said, I've not reviewed every single movie, or I've not seen every single movie this year yet. But it's probably one of like
Victor DeVal
probably in my top 5 of the year. Number 1 is The Gentleman.
Victor Del Val says Bloodshot was effing awful, in my opinion. It had potential but felt rushed and felt generic.
It wasn't like an original type. It was based off a comic. I know that. But yeah, I can't remember the score. I think I either give it a 4 or 3.5 out of 5. But
to me, I give it a 6. Sorry, I want to say this.
My 2 favorite movies of this.
Yeah, your favorite film? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. My favorite films of this year were probably The Gentleman, which is the only movie currently that came out this year, not counting like any Blu-ray releases, because I know like I think Uncut Gems came out in the beginning of this year, but I'm talking like any movie that came out in theaters in the year 2020. Gentleman's the only one I have currently, but
was that the one with the Matthew McConaughey in it and Hugh Grant in it?
Yes. With Hugh Grant was probably
on Netflix right now. It's currently on Netflix right now.
However,
However,
the acting was decent for what it was. Huh.
Like,
fun fact about the Gentleman. This from the director of the remake of Aladdin. Guy Ritchie, right?
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie.
Now, I have not seen Aladdin. I refuse to see it because of the fact that I don't hate Will Smith, but Robin Williams, they can never. That's why I've never seen the Jumanji movies, because no one can do what Robin Williams did on both movies.
Wow.
I think Robin Williams is golden whenever he was in films, whether it was comedy or anything.
Like Robin Williams,
Robot?
Yeah, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, and others. Yeah, Snatch is probably my favorite film. But yeah, The Gentleman was an excellent film. The other 2 films I probably have, which are probably one would be the Bad Boys for Life, because I was shocked about how good it was, because I had my expectations for the movie were low. I really only went to go see it because I had no other movies yet left to see. I saw every movie that was in the theater at the time, and it shocked me. The other movie, and I still can't believe I'm saying this because of the fact that I pretty much trashed the trailer and trashed everything about it before it released. Sonic the Hedgehog. I was genuinely surprised about how good it is. And I tell people, because everybody, I personally think the Jim Carrey of the 90s and early 2000s has been dead for years and years. And he's been replaced by some anti-gun, PC bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But
speaking Sonic, it's my number 2 favorite film of the year. My number 1, Hamilton.
I give Sonic number 1 by far.
Yeah, and I tell people, anybody who's a fan of the old Jim Carrey, this is probably the closest we will ever get to old school Jim Carrey, because I thought he was excellent in that movie. I'm actually looking forward to a sequel if one does get made. I am looking forward to a sequel. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, like I have a video on my channel. It's in my top 20 most viewed videos of all time. It is a rant about the Sonic trailer.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead right now, that if they had used that design and they did not change it, I mean, the movie would have been garbage. And,
the movie.
And then, you know what? Guess what? If you thought that design was terrible, can you imagine? Now, spoiler alert. Look at Tails' design. that would have been a whole lot worse too.
Hey, you know what's funny? Don't mean to sidetrack. Remember I was saying that we pretty much stuck between 6 to 16 people during the 2 hours. It's like the first time in almost 3 hours that we dipped below 6 at 5. We went from 4 to 5. I just find that funny because at one point we were at, I think, 16 people watching at the same time, which was and all that, and we pretty much stayed between 10 and 16 throughout the entire time, and it's the first time we've dipped below 6. I just want to point out because I just find that hilarious.
Well, I have 2 things to say here. First, Charlie, did you saw my video I sent you on Facebook?
Hold on.
The post you sent?
The video.
Yeah, I saw your message, but I didn't. But what?
The one about I don't even care about saying it on here about the Running Man.
No, Discord. It was on the video I sent you.
All the time, it's always videos. Well, at least I won't comment on it and act like make you look bad.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hey, I'm going on. Is it on the David 3000 one?
The video is on this that I sent it to you in PM.
Okay, because I'm looking. I'm actually what do you call it? I'm actually what do you call it? I'm scrolling up. That's a unique thing. I don't know if anybody knew that.
I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not going to show it, but I'm scrolling up.
Wait.
Oh, it's on Facebook. Oh, you said it on. Oh, okay. Oh, that one about how the workaround and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch it though. But I do have it. Yeah. And he said,
I saw.
I will watch it tonight. But yeah. It's a funny thing. I didn't know that you can actually scroll up during while you're looking and look at all the messages. What a concept.
I know why you're doing that.
Yeah. Hey, take some notes. Take some notes of how to scroll up so that way you can stay with what was being asked to you.
Hey, by the way, David, did you in that video, did you also mention did you teach the audience how to scroll up as well?
No, he didn't, but I think we pretty much proved a point.
Yeah.
We pretty much prove a point of how all the things. I hate to cut you off. I think we prove a point to where you can actually stay on what's being talked about. To what's being talked about now, like before what question you're being asked, and you kind of catch up. You can still scroll up to the older messages. So yeah, anybody who says they couldn't catch up is an absolute pathological freaking piece of monkey crap.
Hey, look, I'm scrolling up. Oh, wait, I'm scrolling down. Oh, I'm swiping. Left, right. Oh, that's a cute girl. Heart. Swipe. There we go. That's all you need. That's your lesson by Hangman Charlie. I expect $500 in mail by next week for anybody who wants to use that lesson.
Oh, by the way, you know who I'm talking about? Luke Jordan. Remember him? He has a Friday show that he does, and today he did it for 6 hours.
Oh God Almighty!
Well,
6 hours.
Hey, one day, and this is gonna be a challenge to somebody. I want to challenge one person who has nothing to do for an entire day to do a 7 or a 6 to 12 hour stream to see how long they can last by shoot the shit.
Oh.
And then I'd be like, the winner if they are able to beat me, if they cannot last 6 to 12 hours, they like emergencies, family emergencies, that's different. That doesn't count. But if they can last, they get a gift card of their choice.
You know, what I could do is a 12-hour game show party.
Well, I don't think I could ever do a 12-hour stream or anything like that, but still, I'm just gonna do my thing when it comes to doing Rant and Rave podcast and the Bird Golf podcast and all that. Besides, I got way too many priorities as it is.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I would even do. I think the only time I'd ever do it is like I'd probably do a 6-hour live stream just to see if because David did say 6 to 7 to 12 hours.
The Hugh Neutron.
Yeah. I was like, that's why I kind of.
Oh, that's gonna I farted. So.
Yeah, we got I think the longest live stream I've done, not counting video games, 4 hours. Before that, I think I've done a 3-hour game live stream of Spider-Man. Now, I will say though, I will be doing live streams since I can't do Twitch or YouTube for Xbox. I will be doing live streams at the end of the month on Facebook Gaming, since now Twitch is or Mixer has been converted into Facebook Gaming. So I'm excited about that because I've got the headset that's collecting dust right now that I want to use to play certain games, and since I have a good amount of friends on Facebook, it'd be just nice doing a few hours, an hour or so gameplay video. I'm not going to do 5 hours. I'm not
certain individual, you can use Stream apps.
Hey, I didn't know that Doom had a comic book series.
You get that inside joke, Jordan?
No, I don't care about an inside joke. Piss off. Anyway, I'm looking at this. Gary just has a post about 24 minutes ago in the network community, and I didn't know there was an actual comic book series. Take a look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
You know what? That's pretty good because I think anything that's based off video games should have its comic book series.
And I will say, no matter anything me and Jerome disagree on, one thing I think we both can agree on is that Doom Eternal is by far the best game of 2020.
The only reason why it is for Jerome is because it's good on a freaking computer. Shut up! It's good on a computer.
Yeah, I played on Xbox. I've been playing it, and that was I'm not a Final Fantasy guy like a friend of mine is. So I can't say, oh, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I'm not a Final Fantasy guy. So I'm I am some people are like, oh, why don't you put this game in your top 10? I'm like, because I'm not a fan of that game, and not because I'm not sure. I'm sure it's great, but it's just not my cup of tea. I rarely play RPG games, and it's I'm one of the people that thinks Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is overrated.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't like RPGs? You should play. Wait, hold on. Do you have a Super Nintendo?
Not anymore. I have the Nintendo Classics on my Switch.
Oh, frick. Oh, screw those dudes. No, listen here. You want to talk about real RPGs? Play Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
No, I stretched that. It's a great one.
Also, get
the masterpiece.
That WWE 2K20 is not a good game.
Frick you, dude.
Oh, 2K20 is the greatest game of all time, you know, and everybody who doesn't agree is just bitch me, you know. You'll betray. See, that looks better looking than
I know you two. I know you two are doing that just to get under my skin, but I get it. I freaking get it. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. If I had a nickel for every time I was referred and compared to a word like bitch made, I would probably be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
I showed a friend of mine that video, my reacting to that video, because of course he took down all his videos. So I was
and I downloaded them, so they can't stop me.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I was showing, and this is a friend of mine who has no idea about the whole official power play of Christian Rant, what the fuck he calls stuff nowadays, or the geek out old timer. They don't know anything about it, but when they would watch those videos, my friends looked at me and said, "What?" Especially with the geek out old timers and the other people in that group, what arrogant pricks. Because you watch the Hangman Circle and you watch me joking around about, but then you go to that and yeah, you could tell, and it's sad when you look at an outsider someone who doesn't even know what the whole story is going on, and for them just to say the same thing I was saying without knowing anything, not even me explaining a lot about it, and them to say the same shit. That's when you know that they are what they really are, instead of just like what I think and what some other people think of them.
Who remembers this chat?
Oh yeah, the inner circle. That was with my boy Nihar, and of course the Running Man and a few others.
Me included.
Oh yeah. If that name wasn't trademarked, that probably would have been the name to the. And that was actually even though like I was doing it from AEW, that was the rip, because as I called the Geek Out on Timers, I called their group the core.
Oh,
like the core people that they care about. That's the only people they care about is that people. So I did that not to be just joking about it, because as I said in the YouTube Renegades, doesn't matter how small, how big your subscribers, or how many views you've got, or whatever. I consider every single member of the group my equal. I don't consider anybody lesser than me or better than me, regardless of subscribers, personality, whatever. And like I tell people, the only time I put my foot down and impose that, even though I give everybody the freedom to do what they want, that I impose I am the leader and I am the main person behind it, is if I really have to. Otherwise, but I don't like doing that. I don't want people to think, but Charlie's the leader. Like some people do that, and I'm kind of like thinking, I am, but I don't want to make that obvious. I just want to I want to let people know that, hey, we're all equals, but when I need to put my foot down and step in to handle something, then I will. Like,
yeah, like last month, for instance.
Yeah. Because
hey, let me tell you, I'm the same way. Because I'm telling you, and plus David, if he hadn't told me about what was going on, I will say this though. Yeah, we pretty much own that guy. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Also, the only regret I have, and I know Jerome was not in the chat at that time, but the only regret I have is, imagine if Jerome was in the chat during the whole Crazy Scars fiasco. That would have been a completely different story. It still ended with us owning them.
I wish he was there, because I bet he could have helped back me up on that.
You know what? I should have just added him.
Even though Jerome does, does screw with me from time to time with guards, but he is a caring person. I will say that right now.
Yeah, I agree that, because like when we were in the chat just talking shit to each other, we're still just like, we're not like fucking, oh fuck you, and they don't talk. We're like, oh hey, you doing okay or whatever, So that's
not like some other people in the world. Get out of here, David.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that we talk shit to each other, but I think we know our boundaries to one another.
Even off Rain Rave, I can't even catch a break with you, Mike.
Man.
Now, even though David sucks at life,
Mr.
I still consider him my equal. He does suck at life, and he does, and all that, but he does. Or actually, no, I take that back. He sucks off life. But I still consider him an equal. But don't worry, David. I love you.
I love you. Hey, Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love, is that you?
I love you.
That's Jordan's saying, right? What is Jordan saying?
Well, I didn't come up with that.
Be prepared.
Oh, well, be prepared. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, no. I'm like that chef from Ratatouille, that main chef, because he's like, no.
Or no.
Oh yes, that is something I'm known for, and I actually put Adolf Hitler to rest when it comes to using that word. Only I'm more with the number, not the foreign language of German.
Oh.
Good morning, good evening, guys, and welcome to a edition where we're cooking chocolate spaghetti. Yay!
The hell?
Why in frick's sake would anyone want to cook chocolate? Who would want to make chocolate spaghetti?
So today we're gonna put some new. So we're gonna put cookies and cream ice cream, and we're gonna cook it like this.
Did he learn this online, or did he make it up himself? Because I don't know what's worse, chocolate spaghetti or I don't want to say that word, but
No.
I'm not saying it because I just want to know what to think, you know.
I look at my name.
She is. Oh.
Charlie, you're funny. You're funny.
Oh no! We lost Jose.
Yeah.
Hey there, little fella. Don't you want? Oh wait. Hey there, little fella. Don't you want some nice yummy popsicles? I've got a popsicle strapped to my thigh.
I need to stop laughing before I start crying again.
I've got a popsicle strapped to my thigh.
That's so good. Oh God, I needed that laugh right there.
Get your fat ass over here.
Hold on.
Charlie, you're good. Charlie, you're good.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh no, he left again.
Here it is. Hold on.
Get your fat space back here.
You sure you don't want one of my popsicles?
Oh God.
You want a popsicle? You want a nice
crying again. I'm starting to cry again.
Hey, Andrew, you want a popsicle? You want a nice juicy popsicle? I bet they're tasty. They're very. Oh, Jose! You want a popsicle?
Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, my goodness. Woo! I better calm myself down.
But anyway.
Before I start a hernia, my first hernia.
Jordan is Mickey Mouse.
Hernia, that is.
Look like Mickey Mouse.
Anyway, I think we pretty much done what needed to be done. We had the debate. We had some reviews here and there. We had loads of fun. I mean, yeah, I think we pretty much did everything there is to do.
David is Donald Duck. Oh, that's possible. It's possible.
Wait, he is Donald Duck?
Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that's true, Jose. You know why? Because he has a speech impediment like Donald.
broken Matt Hardy.
I'm just playing with you, David. Don't you give me that pouty face.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, David, don't do that because Jordan may delete you.
Delete you? Oh yeah, that's true.
So let me get this right. The challenge that I definitely want is to get a live stream between 6 to 12 hours.
That's pretty much.
All right. I might give it a try. Since I have an OBS streaming system on my laptop, I can give it a try.
Hey, no, Andrew, I can't because I don't know how to transfer. If you win, I don't know how to transfer to Canadian dollars.
PayPal. I rest my case.
Yeah, well,
David, you just ruined the joke. It's supposed to be a darn it, David.
I got something to say. This is for you.
Oh no, I'll do it for you, Andrew, because this is my channel. I don't give a shit.
You
Yeah!
Hold on.
Like if you were right here, David, I'd do that to you, but then I'd give you a stone cold stunner.
I got something for you. It's a 5-second pose. You ready? 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
And 1. You're probably wondering which finger is 1. Be the judge on that one.
That will be the middle one.
Ding 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 ding.
And I'll do the you can't see me.
Oh, the John Cena one. You can't see me.
Oh yeah, you know what? The one he did, that was the only time he ever did something like that against Christian on his first night on Raw.
Yeah, on the highlight reel, yeah.
And Charlie, do you know the best part? This is one of my favorite moments on every Rand Ray podcast. Every time I read out the results, I said the New Day in the correct way.
Hey, I will make a declaration.
Who doesn't like the New Day, you know?
I will make a declaration. Next time I'm on Rant and Rave, and we what do you call it? And next time I'm on Rant and Rave, to avenge my loss to Jerome, I will own all of your asses in the grade results. And I'm not talking like. I'm not talking.
I'm still the champ. You got to own me first.
I'm not talking like one.
Don't marry me.
I will say this.
Why?
I will say this. Oh, where's the obligatory screw you, David? Justin said that. Screw you, David. But anyway, what I was saying though was, it ain't gonna be like where I win by 1 point, like Jordan barely was able to beat me. No, I'm going to mop the floor. I'm going to put you all, tie you up together like a mop. Unfortunately, none of you have the long hair that I do to fit a mop, but I will literally tie you all together and mop the floor with all of your heads.
But you do have the head for that. Need I say more?
I do. That's why I'm like thinking. I'll give you some of my hair just so that way it can compensate for the lack of hair to mop the floor with. You. But yeah, if Andrew, David, and Jordan get 2 points, I'll be shocked. That's how bad I'll beat y'all in that. So next time I'm on, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. I will win.
We'll see about that, buddy. You got to get past me.
David right there.
And I will say this: if I win or if I lose, I will review the worst wrestling pay-per-view of all time that it can be accessibly found, whether it's DVD, streaming, whatever. If I lose, I will review the worst pay-per-view wrestling pay-per-view of all time by the winner's choice.
It depends on the scoring. That's why. It depends on the scoring. That's why.
Yeah, like if Jordan wins again, then he picks the pay-per-view for me to review.
I'll tell you what. You know what I think? How about this? If I somewhat beat you, you know, I'll even do one better. When I have you back on for the Rain Ray podcast, how about this? It'll be just between me and you. Nobody else gets involved in the grade level reports. Okay?
Okay.
If I beat you, then let's just say that I get to pick pick a pay-per-view that is so bad that you have no choice but to review it, and it has to be something that you haven't done already. But
I agree,
but if you beat me, pick any bad pay-per-view that you think that you can come up with that I haven't reviewed.
All right, agreed.
All right then, it's settled. And it'll only be when I get you back on for Rant and Rave. But we're just gonna keep it with just me, David, Andrew, and Brandon for the time being.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah. But with
then I will say I think I've reviewed 2 WCW pay-per-views, the Great American Bash 2000 and Bash at the Beach 99.
Here, look over here.
I don't care, David. I already see it. Besides, the name you've changed it to is exactly what you are.
Oh.
Don't say your mother. I was with you.
Boy, you got a lot to learn. Anyway, with that being said, I think we pretty much got everything, situated. Plus, we've hit the 3-hour mark, and I've got some stuff to do. So, you think it's time we end the show? Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of another exciting edition of the Hangman Outcast, episode 10, the debate of the century. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Comment in the replay of this live stream below. Give Hangman Charlie a subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when he does an upload or a live stream like this one at all times. Same goes for the Jose Plus, Andrew Hawking, David 3000, and Jmanzlegit. And also catch me tomorrow on the Bird Call podcast on my Twitch, Jmanzlegit, with me and Connor, and I'm gonna have to find a fill-in for Alec because I was just told at the last minute that he is he's going up to to freaking Michigan. And so now,
what time are you going live?
Can I just say something before we go?
Hold on, around 4:00 p.m. My time, or 5. It all depends. But I will say that I will need a fill-in for him. Now, I know David was a part of the original episode 16 because the reason why I got rid of the original episode 16 of both of that because I didn't think it was good because YouTube really screwed me big time and I didn't really know how to work with Twitch at the time until I knew how to download videos. But however, I will welcome David to the show in order to make up for him for what happened. So yeah, there you go. Thank you all for tuning in, and Andrew, go ahead and say what you need to say.
If you haven't seen yesterday's Rant and Rave podcast, make sure you watch it and subscribe to Brandon Martin. He's this many subscribers away till he reaches 1,000 subscribers. So you make sure you subscribe to Brandon Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
with that all being said, God bless you all. Have a great night and stay healthy for an even better one tomorrow. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and take a shower and pretty much do whatever it is.
Okay.
So, good night, everybody. And by the way, David, you're going to get massacred. Good night, everybody.
Bottom.
Yeah, I agree with Jordan, David. It's not just because you had the same thought on me after what happened tonight with Jerome. I do agree with after being the victim in that sense. Then I will agree, David. You like. I don't even think a miracle could happen, which leads to your victory. You probably need 1,000 miracles at once for you to have a chance of winning. I thought Jordan, maybe he was waiting for me to stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take him off.
No.
Okay. There we go. So, we'll end it here. I'm gonna, my girl's gonna be coming. She'll be here shortly anyway, so I need to, and plus I need to finish editing the Candyman movies for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Also, again, I will be going live tomorrow at between 7 and 8 my time, so 7, 8 Central Time with the and it's gonna be on StreamYard, and anybody is welcome because I'm going to reveal the schedule for the 31 Days of Halloween 3 along with the title for this year's event. And anybody who joins in, if they want to chime in what their thoughts of the movies I'll be reviewing, I will not be giving full detailed thoughts on it, but anybody who joins, if they want to talk about the movies, like their own opinion on it, I am more than happy to oblige. So Jose, if you want to join in, you're more than happy to. Like I said, 7 or 8 p.m. Central Time, and I wanted to at least, if we can get away with an hour, that'd be great. If we go to an hour and a half, that's good too. But I want to kind of keep it within the hour because I'm going through 31 movies. But again, the only thing I will say is probably, okay, Jose or Andrew, or if Andrew comes in. Andrew, have you seen this movie? If so, what are your thoughts on this movie? And then we move on to the next one. So I will be.
And don't forget, tune in on Sunday for the Extreme Rules coming up this Sunday, 2 days away.
Oh yeah, I'll be on. Like if anybody's not, I will say, if anybody who's subscribed to my channel who has not yet subscribed to Brandon Martin's, more than a reason to subscribe. I will be on Sunday's episode of the reactions of the horror show Extreme Rules, so definitely check out. Check that out as well.
I'll be there.
And like I said, give Brandon a subscribe if you have not. I enjoy. This will be my second time doing, or third time actually. I forgot I did AEW Fighter Fest. So this will be my second time doing a reaction to, or third time doing a reaction for an event on Brandon's channel. So I am looking forward to that. Also, one last thing, I will be just a heads up. In the middle of August, I will be reviewing and doing a reaction like I did last week with Judgment Day. I will be doing one for WCW Road Wild 1999. So anybody who is either familiar with that show or anything, they're more happy to join in because it will be kind of like how it was. Because I have learned, especially after tonight, I have learned that reviews, live reactions, or these types of videos is the way to go. So I am keeping to that on these types of videos because, again, and the proof shows with a lot of people tuning in, watching the stream. So I thank you all for that, and also I thank everybody to make the Hangman Outcast for the third straight week in a row the winner of the Friday Night Live Wars between YouTubers. So I will thank everybody for doing that. Let's continue going that route because, like I said, we are the AEW to their WWE or NXT, and I know NXT's been winning the war recently, but for the most part, we've been kicking ass and taking names. So I will. Good night, Jose. Yeah, I will put a link in just FYI. I will put a link in the Renegades for tomorrow's video, and then of course I will be joining on Sundays. Also, one last thing, check out my interview with Crazy Amy that I did. She was in the area, so we chilled for a little bit, and I asked her a few questions. We will probably be doing a more in-depth episode of Hangman Outcast interview with her on a later date, but definitely check out the interview at Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And yeah, that's really about it. And then, of course, Candyman 1, 2, 3 starting Monday, ending on Wednesday. And there will not be a ranking for Candyman because I'm going to wait until whenever the Candyman requel, prequel, or sequel, reboot, whatever the fuck comes out, whenever it comes out. So, and also check back in next Friday for another edition of the Hangman Outcast, episode 11. And we will at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we will be back for the first time in many weeks with topics. It will not just be a debate or an interview. It will be a topics-based episode. So anybody who joins in on that episode, make sure to come in and have some topics ready, or just shoot the shit, whatever. But I believe we'll have Amy on that episode, hopefully that Friday. And then, David, are you planning on being on next week's episode?
I'll think about it.
Oh, you'll think about it. See how it is. I'm kidding. I know Andrew, if he joins in, it won't be till later because, of course, SmackDown. But
usually SmackDown finishes until 10.
Yeah. So if we're still live, I know Andrew will join in. So if I were you, I just have some topics at hand just in case we still are going on, so that way you can keep the video fresh in that sense. So, but besides that, guys, Jordan pretty much did everything I was originally going to do with the sign-offs and all that, which is good. It makes my job easier. So thank you all for watching this video. This not so massacre, but a very interesting and very aggressive debate. And maybe one day we will do another debate like this with somebody else. David, I'm waiting for the day that you, because I know one thing, David. I know one thing. That Jerome, I would consider two people to be my equal or better in terms of debating. Now, I'm man enough to admit this. Jerome or Jordan. So anybody else who wants to debate about a movie, I want to see anybody else try to come on, because can you join the ranks? Because technically, in terms of debates, I am 0-1. I plan next time I do a debate, I plan on being 1-1, and I continue to keep winning. I'm going to be like Brock Lesnar in the UFC until he lost again. I'm going to be where he lost. Like, this is like when I lost to Frank Mir, when Brock lost to Frank Mir. I'm going to go on to whip everybody's ass who wants to debate me about something. So that's my gauntlet I'm throwing down to anybody who would want to do a debate over something. If you want something, maybe if you want like an idea, just go to my top 10 movies or whatever. And then if you hate that movie, just message me and we may get something to work for another episode, debate with the Hangman Outcast. So anyway, with all that being said, Andrew, thank you for joining in. David, thank you as always for joining in. And thank you to Jordan, Jerome, and Jerome especially for making his debut on here. Hopefully he'll be back. He is welcome back anytime. And maybe when I watch the House of Jack Bill, maybe we'll have a discussion about that. Not about how bad the movie, or because who knows, I may hate the movie too, but we may have a discussion on that or something. Who knows? But and thank you also to Jose for joining in as well. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. And as always, guys, be well, stay safe. It's a fantastic day, and it's Hangman signing off. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.